Yeah, I look like a straight up dude right now. I look like a straight up dude. I ain't did nothing till I hit today, so it's okay though. But baby, let's get into it. Well, last night, oh my gosh, I literally got off live. I took me a shower and I tried to go to sleep. Almost picked up my phone and started to finish reading this whole thing. Y'all are so lucky that I want people to see the reactions, my reactions anyway, when I'm all up in a book. If you go look at last night's live, baby, when I tell you I was geeked up about this book, I was geeked up about it because one, I didn't know what family it was going to be, but I knew it was going to be a family that she had already written about. But I didn't know it was going to be the Casems. Cause baby, who we? That darn Gabe, he don't. Oh my gosh, he was so freaking funny. Oh my gosh! But that darn Lynx, whatever you want to call him, baby, he might have set her straight real quick. And she was like, okay. But when she left him, oh Lord, that broke both of their heart because that ain't something that they wanted to do. Because and then I was thinking I had wrote my little notes down yesterday I wanted to talk about. But then, girl, so out of all the people I'm finna talk about Bria, y'all. I gotta talk about her for a minute because I understand. I I understand where Bria is coming from, but I don't understand why she only feel like it was her. Does that make sense? Because they got in the car, they started playing around. Her and what is his name, Malik? They got in the car when she was pregnant, and they started playing around. Like messing with each other. And he ran a red light, not on purpose, not on purpose. It's because he's trying to pay attention to what she's finna do to him next. And she's so worried about getting her lick back, or however you want to state it. And yeah, she wasn't paying attention either. So I don't, Bria, help me out, baby. I don't understand where the hell you was going with this. Because at the end of the day, I fought you both. You have my condolences, but I fought you both. Because one, he's the driver. He shouldn't be playing around, and your dumb ass up there playing with him while he driving. And knowing your ass was pregnant. So make it make sense, baby. You gotta choose a battle here. You either gonna get over it or hold it against him. Can't nobody make you do no wrong. But this man loves you with his whole heart. And now, what is it? 4 years later, you want to say it's his fault? Girl, get your life together, baby. Don't just worry about what he done told you, what he just said. You need, oh Lord, I can't even talk right. You just got me mad from, who? You gonna have to pick a battle, baby. At the end of the day, right is right, wrong is wrong. Both of y'all are right, both of y'all are wrong. Damn it! I mean, pick your battle. And I understand you just wanted him to know how you feel, but if you feeling like that, why did you wait so long to tell him that shit like that? See, that's what's wrong with these damn people today. They want to sit on their feelings and not tell their parent, their spouse. It goes all the way around. They not wanting to discuss their feelings. Now, hold on. I'm gonna say this. It's okay to be in your feelings. I get it. It's okay to be in touch with your feelings. And it's okay to communicate about your feelings. But don't misunderstand what I'm about to say, okay? When it comes to a way that you feel or how stuff makes you feel, that should be communicated, okay? But the good thing, I'm gonna sit on it and see how I'm gonna word this, because I don't want y'all to be like, well, you just said don't be in your feelings, but be in your feelings. No, let me get my mind working and see how I can word this so it won't come off as offensive to anybody. Um, yep, I didn't give y'all time. Well, y'all got time. I wasn't really gonna start until like my I wanted me some pizza rolls. So I wasn't gonna start. I just wanted to come on here and talk about this because Bria kind of had me upset with her. And then Layla, oh Lord, what do y'all think about? Oh gosh, when I tell you this lady, whoever she is, that darn Gabe said, I know she didn't come to my gate with this mess. And see, no, I'm gonna say Sierra. I'm sorry, baby, not Sierra. Um, Michaela had to, went outside to see what was going on because he was reading her ass very politely, reading her. So she go out the door and Alvarez Cartel, I don't even know. Natalie. Natalie is the broad name. She's outside the gate, so he go out, ask her what she's doing. I changed my mind. Your time is up now. You ain't even gave this man time enough to tell his family goodbye. It ain't even been a good damn 24 hours yet, and you up here talking about your time is up. Bitch, you gave him 3 days. 3 freaking damn days. And now you want to cut him short because you and your feelings? Girl, please, I can't wait to find out what they got in store for you and your funk ass daddy. I cannot wait. Mm-mm-mm-mm. This bitch gonna come and tell me. Then gonna tell me some shit in my ear in the club, and now I gotta walk out with your ass. Oh, baby. Uh-uh. But I'm telling you, the information that she got on them, baby, oh, they will be up under the jail. You hear me? Up under it. They won't be inside it. They won't be along the side of it. They will be up under that motherfucker with all them charges they got. Whoo, Jesus. And dumbass Gabe. He's so damn, I ain't gonna say he dumb. He don't think before he reacts to stuff. He don't think. But I like how, because I'm the same way. I had to. I'm not gonna use the word hate because hate is a very strong word, and I would never use that word against my darn crumb snatchers. But baby, I'm the same way. I tell my sister, quick, come and get your damn crumb snatchers. These little bastards. Oh Lord, I love them. But I love them even more when they ain't here. Now I do get in my little phase where I miss them. But baby, they was over here for a whole week last weekend. I had stopped smoking. I think this is the 18th, 19th, 20th day. Oh Jesus! But it's been on my mind heavy today. Just smoke, just smoke. What am I gonna smoke? Me? Well, self. What am I gonna smoke? I don't have nothing to smoke. Uh, I done did this for almost, and then what makes it so bad, I want to call it cold turkey. Because I went in the hospital day after Mother's Day. I haven't had a cigarette since Mother's Day. So I keep my. How did I do? How am I managing it? How did I do it? When that doctor came in there and told me I had a heart problem, I was already in the process of stopping. You remember? Well, I wasn't even working on this stuff then. So back in October, I had something that happened, and I had stopped, and they they pissed me off so bad, I started right back. So that's what led me back to it. So same thing on Mother's Day. Go out to wish my sister them a happy Mother's Day, and I'll be damned if I don't get pissed off in the process. But at this time, I didn't have no cigarette on me. So yeah. Okay. So um yeah, that's what that was. Then the next day, that's when I was admitted into the hospital. So I would say Mother's Day was the last day that I smoked. So now I'm gonna tell y'all, go ahead, okay? Go ahead, get your waters, your alcohol, your cigarettes, whatever you need for the next 2 hours. We may go over because these are some very long chapters. That's the reason I wanted to come in a little bit earlier. And we're gonna get started, okay? So go get your stuff and then we're gonna get started. If y'all would have seen me, I almost fell when I sat down in the damn chair. Y'all would have been laughing like everything. That's all right. I ain't gonna show my face until I'm ready to. Hey! All right. So I hope everybody got everything they need. We're gonna go ahead and jump into it.
Chapter 10 Bria was sitting here listening to Life and Favor by John P. Key and New Life. It's a song that I used to love listening to with my grandmom, and anytime I felt like I was going through a storm, I couldn't stop the tears from falling. I was devastated knowing that Malik had overheard my conversation with Malaya. Life has been so hard for me that, at times, I could barely pull myself out of bed. I tried seeking help on my own, but the pain was just so grave for me. People may not understand how I feel until you've gone through this as a mother. I don't think they could tell me everything is going to be okay or give me advice. That may be selfish to say, but that's how I feel. My daughter was a human being. Her little organs were developed and only getting stronger so that she could be born. She was a part of me. She moved uncontrollably inside of me at times, and every time she did it, I cried. I always figured she was playing around and trying to interact with her mommy. Being pregnant was everything to me. It was an amazing feeling, and I was so in love with knowing that my child would soon be born. 4 weeks after my miscarriage, I tried to fight off my thoughts and feelings. Before all of this happened, I was so in love with my man, and the day of my baby shower, when that man got on one knee, I felt like God allowed the sun to shine bright over my life. I have been living in hell, and it's true Malik has been there for me in ways that I couldn't imagine. He has cared for me, tried to get us counseling, held me as I cried, and taken me on trips just to get my mind off all that we were going through. The thing is, with all that he has done, my anger and finding his fault in the death of our daughter grew stronger. And even though I felt that way, I still loved him. I wanted to talk to him in hopes that he would understand how I was feeling, but he wanted nothing to do with me. It's been a few days, and he hasn't said a word to me. The one time I tried to touch him, he snatched away in a rage, sending his fist into the wall. He was so angry with me, and I didn't know how to get through to him. I knew he wasn't going to hurt me, so I wasn't scared of him. I decided to call Lynx and talk to him because he's the only one that can get through to him. Yeah. Lynx's raspy voice came through the receiver when he answered. Hey, Lynx. Do you have time to talk? I asked him. Sup, Bree? Lynx, I'm sure Malik has talked to you about what's going on with us. I don't know how to get through to him. I just need him to understand how I'm feeling about this and my reasoning for feeling the way that Ito. I cried. Baby girl, do you seriously think that he wants to hear what you have to say if you're going to continue to fault him? Like, did you even take the time to hear him grieve and go through his processes of loss? He had to do that shit with me, baby girl. That man loves you unconditionally and would go to the ends of the world to make sure you're good. Don't do him like that. It was an accident, and it was something I wished wouldn't have happened. That was my niece, and I grieved over her loss as well. We'll never forget her, Bree, but you have to start releasing that pain, baby. If you feel that you can't let go of that blame, then you really don't need to be with my brother. That shit isn't good for you or him. I would love to see you flourish together, start your family, get married, and all that good shit. But it's time to heal, release, and let go. And that let go could end up in many different ways. I'm praying for your healing. I'm praying for you and my brother to heal together. Think about what I've said, and whatever decisions you make, remember you gotta stand on that shit and live with it. Love you, baby girl. Hearing him out only made my thoughts more confused and crazier, but I understood him.
Okay.
Thank you for this talk. I love you too. We spoke for a few more minutes and then ended the call. I went into the bathroom to clean my face and headed downstairs to cook dinner. Hearing Lynx mention starting a family made me think about my decision not to have another baby with Malik. I truly don't know why I've stayed with him this long. I think I'm just so scared to walk away from him because I still love him. It's just crazy to me. 1 minute, I hate him, and the next, I love him. I get thoughts of leaving him, but then I get thoughts of him being with someone else, falling in love, marrying her, and them having kids. He walked into the kitchen and stared at me for a moment, then grabbed an energy drink from the fridge and walked right out. I rushed out of the kitchen and walked behind him. Malik, please talk to me. How much longer are we going to keep doing this? I cried. He rushed over to me, pinning me against the wall. Doing what? Hey, what are we doing exactly? The next time you open your mouth, I need to hear you say we're going to work through this together. We're going to get counseling, and move forward as a family unit. If you can't come to me with any of that, then you got some decisions to figure out, lil mama. When you do make them, please let me know because I need to start my healing from losing you and my daughter. I can't be right for the woman that God created for me if I'm not properly healed. The look in his eyes scared me. I have never seen that type of darkness in him before. He turned and walked away. His words cut me deep. My stomach began churning with anxiety and frustration. I fell to my knees and just cried. I'm not sure where things will go from here with us. Chapter 11 Natalie 2 weeks later have been getting a kick out of watching these motherfuckers suffer and go back and forth with this little bombshell I dropped on them. Lynx looked as if he was ready to tear some shit up, and I didn't give one fuck about his feelings. I loved that nigga down, and he did give a fuck about my feelings. Our last night together, I tried to open up and tell him about my feelings, but he straight up told me he wasn't into relationships. That he didn't ever think he was getting married. Yet he has this bitch he decided to give his last name to. I had to find a way to pay this nigga back. We were in Mexico staying at the Alvarez compound, and I was happy as fuck that he was here with me. I just couldn't get the nigga to fuck me. I tried everything, but he's not giving in. It pissed me off that he was in his feelings.
This nigga.
About being here with me and wanting to be with that bitch. I've thought about just ending her life. Then he wouldn't have any other choice but to move on. And the more I think about that shit, the more I think I should do that shit.
Good luck.
I have some people keeping an eye on her, so I can pull the trigger anytime. Now that I think about it, I can use that shit to my advantage. I love it when a plan comes together. Taking another pull from my blunt, I walked into the bedroom where Lynx was sleeping, as he ended his call. I thought you would like some company tonight. I crawled into bed with him, and he gripped me up by my neck so fast I barely could blink, pinning me against the wall. If you touch me again, I'ma forget what you have on me and kill your trifling ass. He spat. I'm going to enjoy every moment of killing your bitch, and since you want to be stingy with the dick, I'm going to let you watch her die. I was going to leave her out of this and let you save them from these charges, but I think it's best that she's out of the way, laughed, and his ass looked as if he was ready to fuck me up. If you touch my motherfucking wife, bitch, I'm killing you and every nigga on this compound, and I promise you nothing will save you. You got to be a desperate bitch to try and fucking threaten a nigga to fuck you. Bitch, I'll go in the pasture out back and fuck one of them donkeys before I stick dick in you. When he tightened his grip, I'm not going to lie, I was a little shaken by his threat, but I would never let him see me sweat. I'm going back to Puerto Rico tomorrow, I still have a business to run, and I don't have time to sit here with your crazy ass every day. When I get back, I need my so-called daughter here so we can get that DNA test going. How the fuck you got time to watch me day in and day out, but I haven't seen said child once since I've been here. Oh, you unfit. He left the room. One was trying my best not to snap off on this nigga, but he was definitely trying my patience. My daughter was good and well taken care of, and even though he was screaming that DNA shit, it would happen on my time and my terms.
What?
Natalie, please come down. My father's voice echoed through the intercom. Walking out of the bedroom and heading over to the north side of the compound where my parents lived, I got excited with every step I took because I knew what was happening. My mother filled me in earlier, and she was just as excited as I was. Once I made it into their living quarters, they were in the family room talking. Natalie, here are the documents. You are now the head of the Alvarez cartel. I'm so proud of you for all that you've done for this family. I don't want your new position to start off in a war. I want you to really think about what you're doing. There's only one reason Lynx Carter is here, and trust me, it's for his own reasons. Not because you think you have something over him. You've played your hand, now he knows what you're holding. I've studied Lynx for years, and his steps are calculated. Everything that you've heard about him is true. He could look you in your eyes lovingly and could be having your mother killed while doing so. One thing I know about Lynx is that he's already working to take us down, and that goes for the Kassem family as well. Jules Kassem is a mastermind right along with Lynx Carter. The two of them together will cause mass destruction, and there isn't a damn thing we would be able to do about it. I've done a little more homework on Jules, and it's something I don't think you've looked into regarding him, and that's his children and who they're married to. You see Carrie I cut his ass off because I don't give a fuck about Jules, his children, or this bitch Carrie. My father has always been a fool when it comes to his business. He's trusted too many people and has always gotten the short end of the stick. He cared too much about connecting with the other organizations instead of making these motherfuckers lie down. It's true we're broke, and me nor my mother wanted to be out here working or begging motherfuckers to help us. Alonzo, it's because of her that we're here now. You should have turned everything over to her before now. You have always been a soft nigga. Never having a backbone and standing up to these people. Because of her quick thinking, we won't lose our home. We can live a comfortable life again. We now have money to pay our staff. It was hard as hell faking it like we had it and we didn't have shit. My mother yelled in his face as she stood from the table, and he looked at her as if she was crazy. Do you know who you're speaking to like that? Sit your ass down, Carmen. He jumped up and grabbed my mother. No, it's time for you to lay down, Papa. You've always been weak as hell, you let us talk you right out of your operation. Pussy ass, it's always been me and Ma, never you, bitch. I pulled my gun out and let off 2 shots to his chest. Fuck. Ma, help me get him to the basement. I'll have him moved later tonight. Let's move him just in case Lynx heard the shots. You didn't say you were going to kill him right away. Fuck. You should have waited until we made sure everything on the document was legit. Make sure you get Felix to move his body. He'll know what to do and will do anything for me anyway. She smiled. This lady was just as crazy as I was and all about the money. She stopped fucking my papa years ago and started fucking with one of his workers just to get them to do what she wants, and he's not the only one she's fucking with. I'm sure my papa already knew because you can't go this long and not know your wife has been with another nigga for 5 years. That's crazy as fuck. It took us a minute to get him down to the basement, but we got it done. Just as we made it back upstairs, my phone was ringing, and it was an unknown caller.
Who is it? Who is it?
I spoke into the phone. You ready to see me? He asked. I've been ready. Are you coming to me? I questioned because I was definitely in need of some dick since Lynx's ass wasn't giving it up. I had so much aggression to get off because this entire thing was stressing me the fuck out. I needed to make sure me and my mom were straight. 4 years my papa was just fucking up, so I felt nothing killing him. Me and my mom had already plotted his death so that we could collect on his life insurance, his businesses, and whatever money that's left in his bank account. Now that he's officially named me as the heir to the throne, it's up from here. I'll see you soon, baby. I was grinning from ear to ear. He wasn't what I wanted in Lynx, but he would have to do until I could get Lynx to see things my way. Chapter 12. Gabe T's been a few weeks now and things have been quiet. My nerves were still on 10 though because quiet didn't necessarily mean shit was good. In fact, it could be that things were about to go to shits. I was hoping not though. Those Heshems have been haunting my motherfucking dreams. We were at Jola's crib because Juju was in town, and he wanted all of us to come over. The shit has been hanging over our heads long enough, and I was hoping we could finally get to the bottom of it. The shit has been hanging over our heads long enough, and it's time to get to the bottom of it. We definitely need to keep an eye on that bitch. She has threatened to kill Malaya and that alone has me on edge. When it comes to my wife and her safety, I'll pop this bitch in her dome and spend the rest of my life in jail. That baby loves his wife, with his sexy fine ass. Grams is the only woman I know that has a husband, and still calling the men in her family fine. Especially the newcomers. If she doesn't stamp them into the fine nigga committee, they can't be in the family. I just can't get through this one firewall. Remy and I have been working on getting in this shit for weeks. Just as he said that Cam, Remy, and the kids came walking into the family room and the staff were taking their luggage upstairs. Sup, nephew? Rem, you look like you ready to have them babies, girl. Zealand told her. Tim, Uncle Z. She smiled. Oh, my goodness, what are you guys doing here? This is the best. I have all of my grandbabies here. Oh, Jules, we have to take a family picture. I'm going to get our stylist, makeup, photographer here for us to do it on Sunday. See, I was so damn excited, and Ma was shaking her damn head, so I knew some shit was about to come out her mouth. Syrah, I would have thought that as you got older, your brain cells would smarten you the hell up. I mean, over time you've had your smart moments, but today, just ain't one of them. Your husband and children, all the way down to Bill Gates, your son-in-law and daughter-in-law as well are about to go to jail at Rikers on a double life sentence. Yo ass gon be out here screaming free my man dash. Till it's backwards. I blurted, cutting her off, as I sat and ate my damn honey buns. Y'all know these meetings always be running over and in between lunch or dinner all the damn time. Jew, you need to serve us something to eat. Yo ass too damn rich not to share your food. I fussed. The chef is making Italian for lunch. She just texted me and said everything will be ready in 30 minutes, Juju stated, and I was ready to eat. That's what I'm talking about. I smiled, stuffing the last of my honey bun in my mouth. Ma appeared with a big brown box and plopped in the middle of the floor, and I was trying to figure out when her ass had even gone and got that damn box or where the fuck it came from. Okay, I decided to make these for y'all, and being that I put so much thought into this shit, hopefully they let me send them to you. Ma bent over and began shuffling through the box and all eyes were on her. If she was going to pop up with another damn monkey, I knew something. When I realized shit wasn't looking good, I pulled out my old faithful and made y'all some shirts. She said to us alarmingly, and I swear Grams passed the shirts out and we started reading them. I personally wanted to feed her ass to her own motherfucking gators in her zoo. You crazy as hell. I'm not wearing this shit. Zealand blurted, and meek ass was on the floor. This shit was definitely a nostalgic moment, cause Ma can kiss my ass on this shit right here. She had our pictures on the front of the shirt with a tiara on our head and our names on the back. Jules shit said, Lil Juicy Booty Jew. All the shirts read the same thing, she just changed the names at the end. All except mine. My shit said, Sweet Box Gabrielle. Then I noticed that Carrie and Maya shirts were all cute and shit. Grams, you never miss with it. Cam dapped her ass up while he was trying to catch his breath. Nigga, shut up before I shoot you in them $100 million legs, and guess what? Uncle Z never fucking miss. That or I'll burn them lil bitches off to nubs, and yo lil he laughing ass will be hopping round the stadium as the damn water boy. I was ready to drop kick his ass right along with his grandma. Y'all better leave me alone, cause I had a gift for y'all. But keep on, and I'ma let my lil man go play his damn Xbox with his cousins, Cam said to us, and Juju crazy ass dropped to his knees. Yes. Oh, yes. Juju yelled out. One thing Cam was against was using his son for any illegal dealings. He didn't want his kids in that light at all, and I understood it because we all wanted that for our kids. It's just sometimes it doesn't work out the way you plan it. You can see the sigh of relief over all of us, because none of us wanted to ask him to do that. Jules and Syrah have always respected their kids' wishes, and Ju even said he would sit in jail before bringing his grandchildren into anything. Cam, you know you don't have to do that. We can wait until we figure it out on our own. He's such a smart little boy. I know he will figure out what he's seeing if he finds something, he stated. Dad, Cam, Remy, and I will be right there to take over as soon as he gets in. He won't see a thing, I just know if we can't get through this, Caleb can. Juju shrugged, and he was right that Lil Dude was something special. Juju already has plans to leave a portion of his security software company to him. Juju loves that little boy something serious, and he was grooming him right along with his own kids to take over. Let me get Lynx on the phone. Juju called Lynx on FaceTime, and he popped up on the widescreen in the family room. The gang's all here, I see. What's up, y'all? Juju, tell me you got something. This chick is getting on my nerves, and daily, I'm ready to slit her damn throat. Did you find anything we can use with those names I sent you? Lynx asked him. They were all clean from this, but it looks as if her dad is broke, and owes a lot of people a great deal of money. Damn, that's his right hand. These bitches are scandalous. Sorry for my language, ladies. Alonzo made Natalie the heir to the throne last week. He sighed, rubbing the bridge of his nose. I knew this nigga was getting real irritated by all of this. We have an ace in the hole finally. My brother has decided to let my nephew help us. His mom just went to get him. Just hang tight. Ju turned back to his computer. Okay, I hope this works. It's been a few weeks that I've been here, and I'm ready to light this her ass up and go home. Lynx was right, this shit was taking long as hell. Ju did say he kept hitting blocks and coming up empty, which was shocking to all of us. Maya said the nigga wasn't getting any sleep since this started, and they both have been back and forth from Cali to here and back to Mexico. Remy and Caleb came into the room, and Caleb was eating a slice of pizza. You need me, Uncle Jay. He looked over at his uncle. How old is this kid? He only looks to be about 9 or 10 years old. Lynx sat up and got closer to the screen. Nigga, you are asking the wrong damn questions. You should be asking his 1IL ass what's his routing and account number. Cause you gon' be able to rock that hoe. Oh, you gon' be able to go to sleep in yo bed by morning. Just know it's going to be a long night, I advised him, and Zelan and Meek were nodding their heads in agreement. Caleb, I'm having a hard time getting through this block. Can you help Uncle Jay out, and I'll take you to the mall before the weekend is out. Ju pulled a chair out for him, and this lil nigga face lit up. Shit, he get us what we need. You better know I'm breaking the bank on his 1IL ass, Zelan added. I got 5 milli with his name on it. We all snapped our necks in Lynx's direction, and he shrugged. Like nigga, he said them all, and you talking about making this lil nigga rich? You just like this nigga Jules. Can't never do nothing regular. I laughed because these niggas were too damn extra. Caleb sat down in front of the laptops that his uncle had set up, and his little fingers went to work for a good 3 minutes, maybe 4 as we sat and watched him in amazement. He stopped and then Ju and Remy jumped in, and their fingers were on the damn move. Let me know what time we're going to the mall, Uncle Jay. This lil dude grabbed the rest of his pizza and left the damn room. What's up? Why did he leave? Lynx questioned. Cause that's Bill Gates the motherfucking third. Ma told him excitedly. Cam, I should fuck you up. You should have been let that baby come here and help these niggas stay free. Fuck. Yes. I got it. Oh, sorry, Mom. Ju jumped up in excitement as he and Remy celebrated. Lynx, do you know Akashara Jones? Ju asked him. The name sounds familiar. I think that's one of Natalie's friends, and the only reason I know that is because I heard her laughing on the phone the other night and calling the person on the phone Shara. Another thing that's strange is Alonzo hasn't been around in about a week. The last time I saw him, he was here at the house. Ever since he's made her the heir, she's been on her high horse. Now she's planning our wedding. I was never doing that shit, so I'm glad we were getting somewhere, he communicated. An email account from Gmail LC2 sent the video to Natalie, and she sent it to Kashara Jones, her mother, and about 5 other people that's related to her in New York. She offered to pay them for holding the video and said if anything happened to her, to turn the video into the feds. From what I can see, they haven't forwarded it to anyone else. I've just deleted it off the databases. So, you need to get to the person that videoed this because I'm sure that person has it on their phone, Ju revealed, and we were all excited. Lynx, even though Ju has found the videos, he's right. We still have to figure out who has the original recording. I believe you also need to dig deep into your organization because somebody that was with us in New York when Malaya was kidnapped, did all of this. We didn't have much security, we didn't have any of ours, and you only had a handful. To be honest with you, it may be someone close to you, and it may not be your security. Ju, have you investigated his family? Jules looked over at Juju. Navite, I only have a select few in my family that work for me, and they're my brothers. I know my brother and cousins wouldn't do this. None of them are disloyal to this organization. I could hear the irritation in Lynx's voice. Son-in-law, if shit starts to look fucked up, you gotta start looking at everybody. It's just the way the game is played. Greed will make a motherfucker change up on you, and just because you got the same blood running through your veins, don't make that nigga loyal. You need to cut the snakes off at the head before shit gets worse. I had to try and talk him into letting Jew investigate his brother and cousins. Trust me, I prayed it wasn't them. I need this shit to be over because my damn daughter is hurting over this nigga. I've even called Zaya and asked her to stall this divorce process because I'm riding with Lynx on this one. I knew this shit was hard on him. He may have reacted too quickly, but when you're in panic mode, that's what you do sometimes. Zaya agreed to help me by stalling out because she also believed Leia was acting off emotions. Gabe is right. Trust me, we've all had them, and I know hearing us say that shit doesn't make you feel any better, but in this life of sin, it's either gon' be you or them. And if you anything like us, it's always gon' be them. Zealand also tried getting through to Lynx. I think we all need to get into position and start making our way to Mexico. Jew, let me know when you have intel on the security on the compound. That will determine if I need to bring all my girls from the Diamond Clique. We might only need a few of the girls, me and Maya. Ya is already there with Lynx. He's close by, so Lynx has help, Carrie stated. We already have the floor plan of the compound and the security guards on the compound. I say we move out tomorrow, because we still need to find the mole in his camp. If we make a move too soon, that might alert him, Chu objected. He's right, and I need to handle everybody she sent the video to. I got that part. I appreciate y'all for stepping in and helping get this resolved. I'll let you know when their heads have been sent, Lynx added, and I had to look at this crazy nigga. Nigga, that's why we in this shit now. I shook my damn head. We were all ready to get this shit over with and get back to our lives. Even Meek was ready to take this flight with us. Run it, Jew. Let me know what you find. Do me another favor. See if you could run the cameras back a week to see if Alonzo left the compound. One of the guards said he never saw him leave. Oh yeah, Pop, tell my wife I love her, and I'll see her soon. He smiled at me. Nigga, you call and tell her angry, grumpy ass that shit. Anything regarding your name is like saying lawyers ain't shit and ain't never gonna be shit. I'm sick of it. Gotta walk around my house like I'm visiting. Just cause y'all having marital problems, I don't think that shit should involve the family. It's like if she doesn't like your ass, we not supposed to like you. We all burst out laughing, and I think we needed it. Lord, I swear, all this seriousness makes me want to get high every other minute. Y'all know I'm about lift off. Gabe, bring yo ass on before Trixie wakes up from her nap. You know y'all can't smoke together no mo. My girl's hormones are high as hell now that she's older, and she be trying to get her some Gabe juice every chance she gets. Harry gon' end up beating your ass again, Chili. Lynx, we'll see you soon, brother. Let us know if you need some assistance with those problems in New York, Jules offered to him, and then we ended the call. That nigga doesn't give a fuck. He about to put his murder game on fleek, and I'm here for all that shit. Zealand said as we all headed out to go get us some lunch. A couple of hours later, I was walking in the house, and Malaya was in the family room watching these sob-ass girly movies. Leia, where is your mom? I asked her. Her and Bray went to meet Melanie at Play Zone. She shrugged. So, why didn't you go? Because I didn't feel like going, Dad. She sat up from the couch, and baby girl looked like she was just damn lost. Put your shoes on, and come on. We're going to hang out for a little while. You need to get out of this damn house, Leia, I told her. If it's one thing I know, that sitting around looking ugly in the face wasn't going to help your situation. The damn walls were closing in on my baby. All she did these days was tend to Demon Seat whenever she could pry him from her mama's arms and talk to them damn clients all day. Dad. I'm going out with Carrie, Melanie, Remy, and Lila later tonight. She laid back down and started watching television again, so I walked over and turned the television off. Get up. Let's go, and don't talk back to your daddy. She huffed and puffed, but she got up and went to go freshen up and I laughed. This was something I needed to do, because my baby needed her dad right now. Her mom said she has talked to her, but she's being so stubborn. Malaya is my baby, she has so much of me in her, so I can understand her stubbornness. Hell, I didn't think I would have ever forgiven Gia for sneaking and meeting up with Melani's pussy-ass dad. Especially, knowing that nigga was the one that shot up my car, and she got shot in the process. I love Lonnie, and everybody knows that's my baby girl, but Leia has my blood running through her. I give her a hard time because that's just our shit. That's the bonding that makes us who we're to each other, and today is no different, but I'm going to be there for her. It took her ass forever, but we were finally on our way to where I wanted to take her. Dad, we're going to the mall. She got excited and sat up in her seat. Yeah, shopping always makes me feel better, so that's what we're going to do. Leia, before we go inside this mall, let's talk for a minute. I was in a meeting today with the family, and Lynx was in on that meeting. That man loves you, and I know you want to give him a hard time, but he's doing this for all of us. I truly commend that dude for what he's doing. Many will say or can say his movement was weak, and he just gave in to her. Nah, that nigga is the true definition of a boss. He's giving that bitch a hard ass time. Nothing about your husband is weak. I think we had a breakthrough, because Cam let Caleb help you. They found the videos, now Lynx has to deal with some other shit, because he definitely got a dirty motherfucker in his camp. You don't have to make any decisions now but talk to that man. Hear him out and look at it from his perspective. Now come on, let's go blow a bag. I smiled, she wiped her tears that had fallen, and we got out of the car. The moment we walked past the food court and all her favorite stores, her attitude went from perky to annoyed. No. Why do we have to go to Macy's, Dad? Her lil ungrateful ass started, and I was ready to leave her ass right here. Leia, shut yo ungrateful ass up. I brought you here so we can bond. Now, I'm tired of seeing you in them lil raggedy ass pajamas you keep wearing at the house. Gone and get you and that boy some clothes. I know you not getting no child support, so I'm helping yo ass out. I fussed. Dad, I'm tired. I don't feel like doing a lot of shopping. And you do realize one still have access to all of Lynx's accounts and I make over 6 figures as an attorney, right? I don't need child support, she whined. You're right, your ass is tired. Just tired as hell cause you don't care about nobody damn feelings. Macy's finally gave me my damn credit card back, and one was trying to celebrate with yo lil ugly ass. That's why that fine ass crazy bitch got yo cartelish ass husband over there in Mexico rubbing sunscreen on chocolatey skin. I guess our bonding time is over because the lil heifer stuck her feet out, and I tripped over the clothing rack going into the store. Then the heathen started picking up all kinds of shit that she didn't even need. Hey, Mr. Gabe. Stacy greeted us as we made our way towards the front. Hey, Stacy. Where is Christine? I asked her. She's in her office. She laughed because I guessed she saw what Leia ass did. I strutted my ass to the back fast as shit, because I had something up my sleeve. Christine, I caught this girl stealing. She's out there stuffing clothes in her big LV tote bag. She's about 5'6" in height, light brown complexion, bougie as hell, with big fluffy curly hair. She might favor me but trust me, she's not related to me. Just lock her ass up. She got some damn nerve coming up in our store stealing shit. Christine, why my damn chair look all dirty and shit? What's going on with my damn name tag? Chris, you gotta do better about letting people just come in here and mess up our shit. I told you they be using your office when you ass not here, and Stacy nem ass ain't no help. Anyway, I need you to call them loss prevention people so they can go hem her lil thieving ass up and call them folks. She's holding a pile of clothes in her arms to throw y'all off. I sat down in the chair as she pulled the cameras up. Gabe, is that Malaya? Oh my god, I haven't seen her in so long. She has grown into such a beautiful woman. Let me get out there and say hello to her. I'm so proud of her and all that she has accomplished in life. Why are you trying to get that baby in trouble? You always got some mess going. Gia told me that all you and Malaya do is argue. She chuckled. Christine, how yo ass gone just say her ass ain't stealing when I told you she was damn stealing. Her fish mouth ass is thievin' in this damn stove. And you gon' just let her walk outta here with y'all shit. I bet you when she goes out tonight, she gon' have some stolen shit on. Macy's shit. Her ass doesn't ever listen to me when I come in here. She rushed out of the office and over to Leia. Malaya, look at you. It's been such a long time since I've seen you. Your
Gabe finna
mom
come
and
out and
dad
start
brag so much
cussing.
about you. They're so proud of you, and so am I. I see you're hanging out with dad today. Make sure he buys everything you want, she told her. I'm not buying her shit, 'cause she done stole half the shit she had in her arms. Ask her to open her bag up. I licked my tongue out at Leia's ass, because she was gone get this payback. Dad. I'm not stealing. You told me to get what I want, and that's what I'm doing. Erg. I swear I'ma get yo ass back. I can't believe yo boable ass trying to get me locked up. I'm telling mom as soon we get in the car. She mushed me in the forehead, and I jumped because I felt like that was abuse. Touching me unwanted is always a trigger warning for me. Honey, we don't pay your dad any attention in here. He's our highlight of the day. You're a lawyer, we know you wouldn't steal. When Chris told her that, I almost twirled my neck in a circle like my damn grandson been
Oh my
teaching me,
goodness.
because what? What the hell does that mean? She's a lawyer, and you know she won't steal. Newsflash, Christine. Lawyers lie the best. They asses are trained to lie, taught by the best of the best to lie, get barred to lie. They know you done killed thousands of people, and as long as that money is right, they gon' lie with you and for yo ass. You done got caught with bricks on top of bricks, and that lawyer gon' be right there lyin' they ass off. My client was home with his children, and knowing them lil niggas is the start of the new baby gangbang generation. Probably got axe and bricks under they damn toddler bed. Have you seen her last few cases on television? Now, Christine, you and I both know them niggas did that shit. Her ass just lies so well, she gets them off every time. Look at her ass. She may look innocent, but she a liar and now a thief. I'm tired of this back and forth with us, Christine. Your loyalty should be with me, and if I'm telling yo black ass, Leia is in here stealing. You supposed to call them folk on her ass. So, they can lock her ass up and throw away the damn key. I walked out the door fast as shit and pissed, 'cause I could never have any fun. I wanted to pay her ass back for tripping me up in front of all of them damn people. My payback gone be next level for her ass, 'cause Gabe never forgets. For the rest of the day, we talked shit. She told her mama what I did, and then me and the lil hoodie even went to Gucci to charge off Lynx's credit with them. I got me a couple of suits, belts, and some shoes. I kinda like when she's mad at that nigga. Chapter 13. Malaya was trying to find some normalcy in my life for me and Bray. All I kept thinking about was my life with my husband, and every time my thoughts went in that direction, I almost always went into a panic attack. I was alive, but with my heart being shattered into a trillion pieces, I was merely existing. Not to mention Brayden was asking for his dad all the time. Lynx always calls and checks on us, and he talks to Bray daily, but that's not enough for him. He wants to see his dad. I filed for a divorce, but Zaya is saying the courts are backed up. I'm hoping it goes through soon because I just want this all over. I've said time and time again that I didn't want to be with a street dude, and this is the reason why. I don't have anything against them. I just can't take the emotional roller coaster that being with a dude of Lynx's caliber takes you on. That shit brings trouble and a lot of pain. Lynx and I were doing alright in our marriage. My only complaint has always been him spending more time at home with his family. We go from that to a bitch trying to take us all down, and now wanting to kill my ass. My uncles and dad have so much security around me and Bray, it makes me not want to even go outside. Tonight was different and so needed. This would give me a chance to have a different atmosphere and fulfill my need to have some alcohol in my system. I can't wait to go hang out with the family tonight at the club. Getting dressed, Putting some makeup on, and just looking nice would for sure put me in a better mood than I've been in. I tried to get Bree to get out of the house and come visit me at my parents' for a little while. My mom said that she could, but she didn't want to leave in hopes that Malik would at least talk to her. She is going through a tough time with him, and I feel so bad for them. My damn heart almost stopped beating when I saw his ass standing there. I tried to get Bree's attention, but it was too late. He had already heard what she'd said. I was hoping that she had gotten the courage to talk to him because I knew if he found out a different way, the outcome would be different. Malik and I have gotten really close over the years, so I knew he would take it hard if he found out how she felt. Since this whole Natalie Alvarez bullshit, I haven't talked with him much. I know they were working overtime to figure out how to end her and get to the bottom of who was behind this. When my dad said that Ju had a break in getting the information he needed, I called him to see if there was anything that me and my investigative team could do to help. He said he was having trouble coming up with the owner because the IP address was coming up being created in our home. It was being used at Nori's, Malik's, and Aunt Nay's house, and I found that shit strange. So, my family's theory was right. The person behind all this was someone close to Lynx, and I prayed to God it's not Malik. Because his attitude lately has been on 1,000, and that's with everyone Bree told me. I tried to call him a couple of days ago to check on him, but he's yet to call me back. Just the thought of someone that I had grown to love possibly turning on us was enough to make me lightheaded. But Ju said it could also be a way for the person to throw us off, by reverting it back to us, and I was praying that was the case. So, I'm not going to blame him for anything. I'm just going to keep my eyes open to all of them. I just wanted this shit over with. My son can't even go out and have a normal life because of this bullshit. If I could, I would kill this Natalie bitch myself. However, tonight, I was putting all of my marital and family drama to the back of my brain. Babe, what time are you girls leaving tonight? My mom walked into my room with Brayden running behind her. Carrie said they would be here at 10 to pick me and Lonnie up. Lonnie and the kids are staying the night here since Mono is out of town. My dad is going to blow a gasket when he realizes all of his grandkids will be here, and him and mom have to babysit. Lord, that means I have to get an attitude with your dad over my grandkids. Every time they're here, he picks with them damn babies. My mom sighed, and I laughed. No one takes my dad seriously when it comes to our kids. We know that he's joking, and for some odd reason, every last one of them loves his old ass to death. And as much shit as he talks, we know he loves them and us. My birthday is in a couple of days, and I don't have any plans for it. Before all of this shit happened with Lynx, I had an entire list of shit I wanted to do. I asked him if he would take me to Bali, and he said he would take me wherever one wanted to go. I'm not going to even sit here and lie, I miss the fuck out of my husband. But I refuse to just allow him to treat me any kind of way. Having him just come in and make final decisions without even consulting me is just disrespectful. If the tables were turned, that nigga would have gone on a killing spree. If he's over there doing him, no matter the situation, I'ma be over here doing me. I've thought about him being with her sexually, and that shit drives me crazy. The way that man handles me in the bedroom, of course imagining him with another woman, would have me like this. That shit pisses me the fuck off. Just the image of him sucking on her pussy had me fuming. Being put deep in my feelings, I picked up, I sent his ass a text. Me, hate your ass. I husby, and love everything about you. You're my heir. Me, nigga, this is not the time for all your fake ass real nigga quotes. Should have been your heir the day you chose to go with that bitch. Now, bye. I'm going out to find my future. Husby, that's your word? Husby, say less. One blew out an exaggerated sigh and got off the bed so that I could start getting ready for the night. I did find me a nice lil bodycon dress out of Macy's that I just love, so I'm going to match it up with a stroppy sandal by Christian Louboutin. I still had to do my makeup and hair. Darius was coming over tomorrow to do my mom's hair, and I was definitely jumping in his chair after her. I've been sitting around in a sucky mood, and tonight all that stops. I'm going to enjoy myself and my family. Next week I plan to go back to Puerto Rico and pack the rest of my things. They haven't decided on my living arrangements or where I want to be, because I have a really good setup in Puerto Rico. Aunt Nay called me earlier asking for Bray, so I'm going to drop him off over there with her tomorrow. With my head consumed with all this bullshit plus my workload increasing by the days, I was glad my son had people that loved on him while his mommy wasn't herself. It truly does take a village. Me, is Pussy Pill. A couple of hours later, I was adding some finishing touches to my hair, and I heard a knock at the door, and it was Lonnie coming in looking good as ever. Okay. Look at my good sis. I see you, ooh. We gon' show our ass a little bit tonight. I already told Mono I'ma be a ratchet housewife tonight, she laughed, gyrating her body. I might find somebody's son to let off some of this aggression. I shrugged and that stopped Lonnie from her antics. Girl, your ass is married, and that man is coming back to you. Why are you acting this way? Listen, baby sis. I get it, and to a certain extent, I understand it. You knew who he was when you jumped in and stayed in your marriage. You decided to take the good, bad, and the ugly, and right now, you're dealing with the ugly. He explained himself, he just didn't do it on your time. I think you should at least have a conversation with him when this is all over. I'm not going to say that I wouldn't be mad, but I would definitely get over it and pray that my man walks out of this shit alive. I don't give a fuck. That nigga fucked up, not me. He made me single, and I'm damn sure going to see what my single ass can get into. I grabbed my purse and walked out the room with her behind me. By the time we made it downstairs, Carrie, Lila, Remy, and Maya were in the kitchen eating some pound cake my dad made. Uncle Gabe, this cake is slamming. I swear you need to open a bakery. Lila greedy ass mumbled as she stuffed more cake into her mouth. Where y'all going? My dad questioned. We're headed to the club, it's time to twerk a little. Carrie started twerking while Lonnie was hitting her on the ass, and my dad was standing there with the stank face. Y'all too old to be plopping that evaporated booty y'all think y'all got around. And why every time we go to the club, y'all gotta go to the damn club? Well, Leah mad at her baby daddy cause he over there with the Black Sea can Meg the Stallion, so y'all blow a bag on his ass tonight and don't come asking me for shit. I need all my money for Sunday morning service. Gotta pay my $100 to my dues. He shook his head. I thought you're supposed to give 10% of your earnings, and to my knowledge, your earnings are millions. So, you out here cheating the house of the Lord? I asked him. Mind yo damn business. I ain't cheating no damn body. The Lord know my heart. If I give all to Mount Calvary's pastor and his wife, then what me and Gia gonna have? Hell, y'all always running your tired grown asses home with all these fucking baby kids, so I need my money to be able to keep paying taxes on this here property and keep the damn fridge stocked. I ain't got no money for pastor to take and go shine his gold ceilings. You know Sister Shirley said everything gold in pastor house. Yeah, he won't get mine. They better take this 100 and put a praise on it. When he threw his hands in the air, we all fell out laughing. This man was plumb fool. Dad, why you not staying home to help mom with the kids? Lonnie asked, getting up from her seat. Hell to the no. Your kids are bad as hell, they get that shit from Mono's side. I saw the girl throwing up gang signs, and the boy came and asked me for some baking soda. You better watch they ass. They probably setting up shop in the pool house for the rest of the drug dealer's kids. And I'm not gonna even get started on her child. That lil nigga is possessed. I thought we was gonna have to go to jail, so I asked him to teach me how to stare straight ahead without breaking the stare and twirl my head around in a circle. It's just hard to watch him do that shit and not want to run. I gotta go, Uncle Truth is outside. I can't stand his ass. I blurted cause he had us all in here on the damn floor. Uncle Gabe remains undefeated and top motherfucking tier. He gon' always come for us and our damn kids. Lila laughed. If he didn't, I would be worried and think he was sick. Lonnie laughed, and we all headed out to the awaiting trucks. Now that Carrie and Lila were with us, our security detail was extra thick. The family didn't want to take any chances with all that was going on. Traffic was a little heavy, so it took about 45 minutes to get to the club. Damn, it's crazy packed in here tonight, Lila said as we all moved through the club to VIP. Put It On the Floor by Lato Feet Cardi B was blaring through the speakers. We made our way to our section, and immediately got our drinks ordered. There was a big party going on that had all of the sections blocked off with the exception of the Kasim sections. Twerkulator by City Girls came blasting through the speakers, and our asses was going the fuck in. I mean, we showed our damn ass, garnering the attention of the dudes next to us. One dude stood off to the side, and his eyes were on me, so I gave him a show. The DJ was going in, and we were drinking and going the fuck off, just having a good time. Our dads were in the club shaking their heads, but they let us have our fun. We were a hot commodity tonight. There were about 4 guys that walked over to us. Carrie tried to send them away, and I invited Mr. Sexy with the suckable lips to have a drink with me. As soon as Twerk by City Girls Feet Cardi B came on, I was on my feet killing it, and he was right behind me, dancing on my ass. When I turned in the direction of my dad, with a scold on his ass did what he does best, record what the hell was going on. Really, Dad? I mouthed and stopped twerking. I still had my back pressed to old boy's front. Nah, don't stop now. My dad came close and held his camera with his right hand and pointed at me with his left. This shit is going global. You want to be a city girl so bad? I'm demoing this shit to Diddy. He likes em round your age and skin tone anyway. You kinda look like that damn Karasha girl. This right here is yo potential tape. You might not need a cartel boss after all. Love Combs is a billionaire. Ain't that's his new name, everything is love or some shit. Well, we gon' love his damn money, I'll never have to worry about paying my $100 tithe again. All you got to do is get used to golden showers, cause that's what I heard he likes. Ignoring my dad, I continued dancing. I didn't give a damn, my husband wanted to pretend he wasn't married, so was I. My dad went back to where he was standing but he was still recording. If I had something to throw at his ass, I swear I would slang that shit right at his throat with his peanut ass head. Damn, you fine as fuck, shorty. What's your name? He asked, pulling me into him. Malaya, what's yours? I asked him. Rock. You got a man, Malaya? He inquired. I mean, legally I do, but he doesn't think so, so it's whatever, I explained as we stood near the railing watching the people party on the first level. I don't give a fuck about that nigga, just wanted to see where your head was at. The next nigga doesn't concern me, baby girl. Come on over and chill in my section with me before you get up out of here. It's my birthday, and this is my birthday party. He smiled. Happy birthday. I have a birthday coming up too, but I'll make sure I stop by your section before the night is over. We spoke for a few more minutes, I hugged him, and he headed back to his section. Girl, you trying to get hemmed up? You better stop playing with Lynx, Lila said to me as I poured another drink. I'm trying to tell you, you know these men we are married to is crazy as hell. Lonnie shook her head as the waitress sat a blue Hawaiian, and some wings in front of her. Ew, I want one of those, I said to her as I picked up one of her wings. Bring her ass some wings, cause you not bout to sit here and eat up my shit, Lonnie fussed, and we all fell out laughing. I saw Mr. Suckable head out of VIP, and he blew me a kiss. Damn, that lil nigga was fine as fuck. He wasn't my husband by far, but his hazel eyes complimented his caramel complexion, and I'm not gon' talk about his cut-up ass body, muscles, and tats everywhere. He fine as hell, but he not worth the trouble. Lila sipped on her drink, shaking her head at the situation. For the next couple of hours, we kept the drinks flowing, ate, and partied. I stood up to look over at the first floor, and it was packed, but I could have sworn I saw Lynx and Nori moving through the crowd. I continued looking in the direction I thought I saw them in, but I didn't see them. Brushing it off, I sat back down and enjoyed time with my family. After about 45 minutes, I looked over at Rock's party, but never saw him come back and still didn't see him in his section. Some of his friends were huddled up talking. Some of them had concerned looks on their faces, and some left out of the section in a hurry. My phone lit up, and I saw that it was Lynx texting me. Husby, one thing don't pay about is respect. Try my best to give that to you, but the shit I'm dealing with is a little bit different. Haven't so much as touched this bitch, yet you sit in a public club and disrespect me. When tell you not to fuck with me, that's what the fuck mean. And when say every nigga that breathes the same air, every nigga that touches you in any sexual way will die, that's what the fuck mean. The next text had me screaming and throwing my damn phone down to the floor. It was a picture of Rock with his head severed, sitting right next to his body on a conveyor belt. What's wrong? Carrie questioned as they all jumped up. My dad and uncles ran over, and I was a complete mess. Carrie grabbed my phone off of the floor, passed it to my dad, and he showed it to my uncles. They ushered us out of the VIP section with our guards following behind us. It's time for y'all to get home. Malaya, he's just a little upset. You were acting up a little and dealing with someone as powerful as Lynx. You have to move a little different. Uncle Jules tried to get me to understand. I on know where yo ass get that the nigga is a little upset from. Cause that nigga head is no longer a part of his body, and he got one eye going to north of his east and the other one is looking straight head. Damn. Y'all think he was keeping his eyes on both his killers. You, excuse me, Shotty. You were talking to my cousin inside. Have you seen him? The guy I saw with Rock earlier asked me. Putting my poker face on, the face that led me to many wins in the courtroom. No, I haven't. The last time I saw him was inside a couple of hours ago. I shrugged. You sure? You look upset about something. You good? He asked, taking a step closer, but my dad moved in front of me. Be lucky you got that and move on. My joking dad had disappeared, and the real Gabe showed up. Nigga, I'll move when the fuck I'm done asking this bitch about my cousin. That was the end of the conversation when dude pushed my dad. The punches my dad was throwing was eating dude up. One of his boys tried to jump in it, and security gripped him up. Dad was beating his ass so bad blood was everywhere. Dude wasn't even fighting back anymore. Pussy ass nigga, call my daughter a bitch again. My dad yelled as they pulled him away. Y'all go home. Uncle Joe
What
said
have you
as he walked
done?
off to go check on my dad. I couldn't believe this shit was happening. I can't believe Lynx did this shit and killed that boy for nothing. Oh my god, what the fuck have I done? Chapter 14 Lynx his girl takes me for a joke, and I hate I had to show her this side of me. I've never raised my voice at my wife before, so I know she's an emotional wreck. I've never given her this side of me. Maybe that's something her ass needed to see. You can only tell a person who you are, and they will either believe you or not. But if you show them, then their outlook on you might be different, and the outlook I wanted her to have tonight is not to ever fuck with me. When she texted me that I hate you shit, I had just landed in the city because I had to handle these motherfuckers that had possession of these videos. Since having that talk with Jules and his crew, I wanted to make sure I handled this shit myself. Malik is in Puerto Rico dealing with his personal shit with Bree, so I decided to have Nori ride this out with me and just Nori. No Mel, no security, just Nori. When she sent that bullshit ass text, I knew when she said they were going out that she was going to Jules and Zealand's club. So. One called Gabe, and after I promised to pay him 10 racks for his information, he confirmed it. I gave my father-in-law the money because I wanted to. I could have found that information from my security team that's guarding her. She thinks they belong to Jules, but that's all me. One was in the club and watched her show her ass. Once that nigga touched her, my eyes were on him. As soon as he left the VIP area, Nori spotted him, and we followed him out to the parking lot. Good thing for us, he was walking to his car, so we gripped his bitch ass up and took him to out warehouse. I'm not to be fucked with, and I mean that shit. Nori looked over at me as we moved through the city. You know you gotta go check on her, right? He knew that I was mad as hell right now, so checking on her twerking ass wasn't in my plans. Wifey, how could you do that? It was his birthday. You're such a heartless bastard. He was innocent and did nothing wrong. We were just dancing. Can't stand you. I chuckled cause baby girl was pissed. She knew what she was doing. I warned her, and she neglected to listen to what I had to say. So, it is what it is. Me, you played in my face, and that's that. I thought about her text and dialed her up on FaceTime. I knew my emotional ass wife, and she better not be over there crying over that nigga. What do you want? She screamed, and just as I thought, her eyes were puffy and red. So, you're over there crying over a dead nigga. Her orange manicured nails covered her mouth as if she was trying to prevent her scream from being heard. I hated to see my wife in such a state, but she had to know that consequences came with reckless behavior. Leave me the fuck alone. She angrily spat and hung up the phone. Your ass is crazy as fuck. But I feel you on that shit. Ain't no nigga gon' ever be able to speak after digging in my bitch. And if she's my wife or I consider you that, it's a wrap. Nori adjusted in his seat. He's just been in a shitty mood ever since that Tasha shit. Have you figured out how you wanna handle the Tasha situation? I asked him. Nah, not yet. I've been with this woman for 15 years, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around that bullshit. Tasha been down with what I have going on for a long ass time, and even though I'm a busy nigga, I make sure I handle home. I never leave my girl to wonder about shit. The crazy part is I was about to propose to her. I had Tiana set everything up, and then this shit happened a few days before. You were right about her developing feelings for the nigga, I was just too embarrassed to admit it. She screamed and cried over his dead body, and it took everything in me not to kill her. Bruh, to hear her crying out for another nigga, hurt me to my core. I can't do the relationship shit no more, man. That getting in a relationship shit is dead. I'll dig in some guts, but that's all shorty gon' get from me. With the type of life a nigga live, I can't be worried about what my woman is doing, when I'm not home. Shit so crazy how you can give a bitch the world and she still go fuck with a nigga that can't even buy her a fucking plastic globe. I can't be worried about what my woman is doing when I'm not home. Anyway, I think Tasha good on talking. I threatened her family, and she loves the shit out of them, so I knew she wasn't going to talk. You're right though, a dirt nap is needed. I'll do it on my time. He sighed, looking out of the passenger window as we moved in and out of the city streets. I wasn't going to question him on the shit further because I knew his heart was heavy and that Tasha was a sore spot. He was right though, when he was ready, he would do what the fuck needed to be done. Shit was gon' be hard as a motherfucker though. It felt good to be driving. I didn't do it often but loved it when I did. Always having security around you and them driving me around can get overwhelming sometimes. So, I love the times when I can just relax and do me. Something as simple as pushing my own wheels always brought me back to the beginning. The days when I was so fucking hungry for this shit that I was selling crack rocks out my sock. Now, a nigga had a whole fucking empire. Cash Ara Jones was the last person on our list, and I pulled down the block from her crib. I wanted to get to them as quick as I could, because once Natalie and her little fucking puppets realize the videos have been deleted, she may still use the original video. We slipped on our gloves and masks as we moved up to her front door. It took Nori a few minutes, but he unlocked the door and killed the alarm. His ass is loving the new devices Juju gave him. We went inside, and it sounded as if she was on the phone upstairs. Nat, you gotta make sure this shit is airtight, baby. How long do I have to be here? I'm ready to be there with y'all. Does he know that you killed your dad? She asked, and there was a pause. Nori and I decided to sit and listen to the conversation. Maybe we could get some information. No, he doesn't know that, Shara. He thinks he's on a business trip, and that's the way I'm going to keep it. To be honest, I only want him to sign his organization over, and that happens on Monday. Once he signs his name on the dotted line, that video will be sent to the feds, and we'll have all of them out the way. Santiago Vega is old, we will take over this shit, and I can't fucking wait. It was a plus that this bitch had Nat on speaker. Hearing Natalie say that lets me know that this bitch gotta die ASAP. She was going to turn it over to the cops anyway. That's some wild shit. Is he still asking for a drug test on Siani? Shara questioned. Yeah, but it'll be too late to even care. She sighed. Let her end the call. If she lets off that something is wrong, that will alert Natalie, Nori whispered. My flight leaves early, I'll see you tomorrow. Kashara ended the call with her. Now that I was in Kashara's presence, it looks like she could fill me in on some shit I've been wondering about. Nori eased the door open, and she immediately jumped up. When she made a move for her gun, Nori ended her. The silencer split her head open, splattering brains on the back of her headboard. Her slumped body hit the floor. She was in this bitch in a bra and panties. Dead as hell now. Fuck K. I wanted to ask her some shit, nigga. I was mad as fuck right now. My bad, she went for her shit. We've been in and out on all the others, one thought it was the same, nigga. H shrugged, looking around the room for laptop and cell phone. He ran a device on both of them, so that it wouldn't trace back to any of our locations. Juju wanted us to bring them to him. Yo, hold up. I said to him as we were walking out. A picture on the wall in the bedroom next to hers caught my attention. It was a big portrait of Natalie's daughter, and Kashara. On the other walls, there were pictures of Kashara in the hospital holding her newborn. This is Natalie's kid, but from these pictures, it looks as if Kashara gave birth to her. I looked over at Nori, confused as fuck. So, do you think this is her kid? I couldn't answer him because I had no clue. I don't know, but this shit is weird as fuck. I mean, she calls Natalie mommy, and look at her, she looks like me, and I know I haven't fucked Kashara. Never seen her before. Maybe she's the godmom or something. Now why her ass up in the bed like that baby is hers, I don't know. Maybe she has her own baby, and that kid is hers. Look, let's get out of here and figure this out tomorrow. When we walked out the door, Nori saw the cleanup crew parked up the street and went up to talk to them for a minute. Once I dropped Nori off at home, I decided to head over to see my wife. This shit with Nat was getting weirder and weirder. One just hoped after her ass is dead, no more bitches that done sat on my dick comes out the woodworks. I'm getting too old for all this bad boy shit. When I got there, I did a retina scan, and the gates opened. I saw security walking the grounds, and I'm glad they're on their jobs. I dialed Gabe's number because I didn't just want to walk into the house this time of the morning. That nick'll probably start shooting and ask who the fuck is it afterwards. Hello. His groggy voice came through the phone. Yo, Pop, come open the door for me. Come back tomorrow. I had to pull the phone away from my damn ear. Nigga, tomorrow. I flew all the way here from Mexico to see my wife. Come open the door, man. I knew this nigga was about to give me a hard time. No, nigga. You came over here to be a serial killer. Done scared my poor baby the hell up, and this shit right here gone cost you. Got me out here fighting to protect my daughter cause she married a nigga that can't fight. He fussed, but I could hear him moving around. A few minutes later, he opened the door. Nigga, my fight game is on point. You don't even believe that shit. When laughed, I knew he was about to show his ass. Bray was walking down the stairs, in his Spider-Man pajamas, his pants being a little crooked, and the minute Gabe turned, he walked past him without acknowledging either of us. Gabe ass was standing here with his damn mouth agape, and I knew he was about to let it rip. I swear we gotta get this sleepwalking shit under control with Bray. All hell to the fuck no. That little nigga got the spirits moving all through his ass. I'm about to wash his ass in this jug of holy oil, and if his ass gets to sizzling, y'all gotta go. I'm sick of going to sleep with one damn eye open every night. This shit is stressful. The other damn night I was on the damn couch sleep, so I popped my eyes open cause I could just feel when a nigga looking at me. And this lil pisspot, bugaboo ass nigga was staring at me like his possessed ass was trying to snatch my damn soul. This nigga made me crying laughing. My baby got his ass shook.
Oh Lord.
I done told yo ass to stop talking about my son. That's your grandson. One of these days, he's going to pay your ass back for always fucking with him and his mama, I told him. Dad, what's going on? Melanie asked, coming down the stairs, and Malaya was right behind her. Er, leave. She turned around and rushed back upstairs. Sup, Lonnie? I kissed her cheek and went upstairs with Bray in my arms. I had to get him relaxed and put him back to sleep before I went to deal with Malaya. It took me an hour to get him back to sleep, and when I went into Leia's bedroom, she was already asleep. I wasn't able to stay long. I have somebody on the compound that I was able to get to help me out and keep me updated on Natalie's movements. He's the one that she orders to follow me and shit. I'm so damn glad that he was easily swayed. All it took was some paper for the nigga to fold like an origami. She treats her workers like shit, and the money I gave up brought him over to my side. Now when this shit is said and done, he gotta die because if you can't be loyal to her, you damn sure can't be loyal to me. I could hear my wife lightly snoring, and that was the best fucking sound I've heard in weeks. I'm just here to hold you, lil mama, that's all. I miss the fuck out of you, and I can't wait to make this all up to you. I kissed her lips and then her forehead. I chuckled because tonight must have really worn her out. She really had fallen asleep on me, so I decided not to wake her up. I got undressed and just held her for a little while. And before I knew it, I had drifted off to sleep. The sun was peeping through, which caused me to jump up. Fuck. I had to get going. Easing out of bed and putting my clothes on, I tried to move without waking Malaya up. Once I got myself together, I kissed her lips and headed out the door. I walked into Bray's room, but he wasn't in the bed, and I got concerned. Gia came walking up the stairs. Hey, he's in our room asleep. Lynx, how are you holding up? Are you alright out there? She asked. I'm holding on, trying to clear this up and get back to my family. Thank you for taking care of them for me. Ma, I love your daughter and this family. I sighed. I know you do, and we love you too. Be safe, and if you need me to come tag that bitch up, I got you. She laughed, and I had to laugh too because I heard my mother-in-law still had them hands. Chapter 15 Malik 3 days later got to Mexico a few hours ago and we're waiting on Lynx to give us the green light. We took care of everything that needed to be done. Everybody that had a copy of that video is dead, and it was time to end this bitch, Natalie. Shit took longer than it should, but as long as this bitch is handled, that time didn't go in vain. Lynx said her compound is heavily guarded, so we needed to get in undetected because he didn't want her alarm. He did pull a couple of her people on our side, and they were helping him on the inside. She didn't want any of Lynx's security to come with him, so he didn't have them to help him. We damn sure got an army on this side of the gate. These damn diamond cleat chicks don't play. They ready to put they murder game down. I had to get my mind right and put me and Bria shit to the side. It was time we handled this situation and get back to our lives. This bitch had the team on edge for weeks, and that's unlike us. We usually are able to catch shit before it happens or the moment it does, but this bitch slithered right up under our noses. However, even the slimiest of snakes can be beheaded. We were now on our way to the house that Jules was renting for us to set up in. How long before we move on them niggas? Mel asked. Don't know yet. Lynx gone make that call and let us know. Lynx said he would call when it's time. All one know is before we leave Mexico, every motherfucker that had anything to do with this shit or has a problem with the cartel is going to regret the day they fucked with us. Lynx is calling. Chu yelled out and everyone moved into the room he was set up in. Hey, we're all here, Chu told him. Good, she's acting a little weird. I think it's because she can't get into touch with her friend. Look, let's get this shit over with, I'm good on this side. Can't wait to see y'all on the other side of the wall. I feel like a nigga about to get out of jail. He ended the call, and we were hype as hell. I ain't never been this fucking excited to kill a bitch. Let's go do some motherfucking damage. Zealand stated, and I was ready. All that shit talking and investigating was over. This bitch came to us all big and bad, and we let her ass. Now it's our motherfucking time. Playtime is over, and I didn't think she's for what's about to come her way. The Kassam family is a fucking wrecking bomb. The way these niggas are strapped up, the shit was crazy as fuck to watch. For as long as I've known them, we never had to get down like this. My phone was ringing. This damn sure wasn't the time to take any calls, but when I saw that it was Lynx, I quickly answered. Sup, you good? I asked him. Bro, I just wanted to make sure you're good. I know you got a lot on your mind, but coming into this bullshit, I need you to have a clear mind. If you are not good, bro, sit this one out. I'm gonna be alright, regardless. We're both going through some shit right now, but I need you to be 100 when you come through them gates. One had to pull the phone from my ear and look at it. My brother knew me better than anyone, so him saying this shit was pointless. No matter what the fuck I'm going through, I can always put personal aside for business. I promise I'm good. Ma would come down from heaven and kill me if I let you do this without me being there to protect you. I laughed. Yo ass is right, she would kick your ass. However, I just didn't want to be insensitive. This my mess to fix up. I'm just grateful that you've been by my side through it all. I won't feel no type of way if you had to watch from the sidelines. One appreciated my brother in more ways than one, but again, him worrying about my mental was wasting time that we didn't have. Nigga, your problems are my problems. On mommy, I'm good. Lynx went silent for a minute before sighing. Appreciate you, G. See you in a MIN family first. Till the casket drop. I ended the call. One thought about what he said, and for a minute, I just took some time to ease my mind. I wasn't concerned about my personal life right now, but I still just needed to relax just for a moment. When people said the streets didn't sleep, I didn't realize how true it was until I was deep in them. It seemed like there was always something. Always a person plotting. Always an enemy lurking. Always a situation that needed handling. I was born for this shit, but it could be draining as fuck sometimes. It was a never-ending cycle. After a moment of silence, I said a quick prayer, and then I was ready to go. We loaded up in our vehicles, and Gabe ass came running out with his fire gun. I know we be having some illegal ass forearms, but ever since Lynx married into this damn family, I be having to question how the hell they be able to get their hands on some of this shit. Like, a whole damn fire gun? Then, this nigga was wearing a black polo hoodie and matching joggers that he made sure to let us know he got from the new arrivals section in Macy's. He better have hoped his new fit was fireproof, and if it wasn't, I hoped he knew how to stop, drop, and roll. This nigga is gon' burn these people shit down. I guess it's not going to matter because they ass is about to die. It took us about 20 minutes to get to the area of the Alvarez compound, and from the scope Jew has on the property, that shit was huge. We all got out of the cars to talk over our plan. Lynx has a guard at the front gate who's going to let us on the property. After that, it's more than likely going to be some gunplay. Me, Yacht, and the clique will lead y'all in, then we will disappear and see y'all inside, Carrie spoke, and I was very impressed because I had heard a lot about these ladies. They were all fine as hell, but to know they were some stone cold killers behind those girl next door looks they possessed was mind-boggling. I guess I'm about to see them in action. I saw a little bit of what Carrie and Maya could do in New York. They don't play about their family. You guys stay focused when we go inside. Lynx is going to do his best to create a path for us. Let's move out. Jules pulled his guns from his waist, and we moved to the compound. Maya stopped us right before we got to the gate and started passing out goggles. She said that it would help in the dark, and all I could think about was these girls needed to be on our squad full damn time. I didn't even think about no shit like that. A nigga like me would have went in that bitch squinting my eyes, knocking shit over and some more. Once we were all in position, Carrie and her girls moved in, and the gate opened right up for us with no issues. Even Juju had his backpack on his back and his AK in his hand. This nigga gave you the best of both worlds. The property was nothing short of astonishing, but I expected nothing less. This bitch was living like royalty. 7-figure cars lined the fucking driveway and I wanted to key some of them bitches just for the hell of it. We made it in without a hitch, but, just as we thought the coast was clear, a shot went off. One of the girls had fired at someone and the damn blood splashed on Gabe. He almost dropped his damn gun from trying to dodge his new set from getting dirty.
What are you doing?
See, this is killing people with they ass. Every time we together, I it with the blood. On my new fucking set at that. God don't like ugly, and he ain't too fond of ungodly gun totin'. Ass kill us. You owe me a gift card. I need my shit replaced, he fussed, but she ignored his ass as we rushed through the grounds. Before we could make it to the door, the girls from the Diamond Clique had cleared the way. There was a big bulky Hispanic guy standing at the door waving us in his direction. Once we all got inside, he led us to the part of the house we needed to be in, and Lynx was waiting for us at the top of the She's on the east wing of the house, and her daughter is on that same side, so we have to be careful. I have someone that's going to get the daughter and care for her. I drew my head back but bit my tongue. I didn't want to call my brother out in front of all these folk, but the child was his, so he should definitely take her in since we were killing her mother.
Wait a minute.
Again, I would never try to lil boy my brother while we had an audience, and even though I hated this Natalie bitch with everything in me.
Y'all wait a minute. I talked them up, y'all. My crumb snatchers are on their way over here as we speak. I'm still gonna be on live, so let's continue. Why did he bite his tongue? Question. I'll answer your question. What are y'all coming up here for? Okay.
Putting his child off on other motherfuckers didn't sit right with me. Lynx knew me like a book, so he shook his head and spoke while looking directly at me. This entire situation was too damn wild for me to go on this bitch's word, so I was able to pay the nanny to do a swab. I was able to have a rushed DNA test on the little girl, and she's not my child. But I'm confused as to why this kid looks so much like me, he revealed, and I was relieved that the girl wasn't his. I did, however, feel the same way. Why the hell she looks like his ass if it isn't his? Because she was his fucking twin. We were led down the hall, and some dude stepped out passing Lynx his guns. This nigga done came on these people shit and recruited his own team from they damn team. Now that's some hard shit. He's my son-in-law when he does smart shit, but when his ass gets to doing all that extra shit, I don't know him. Gabe shook his head. You think for 1 second that I was just gone let you plan to kill me under my roof, nigga? I'm in control of everything that goes on here. I knew you were coming before you got here, and look at what we have here. Jules' old ass Cassim, I'm going to have a good time watching you die, Natalie spat, stepping from around the corner. One thing I could contest is that this bitch was bad. Her heels cackled on the marble floors and her ass was dressed in an all-white tailored pantsuit with her hair pulled back in a tight bun, showing her exotic features. We've been killing so many bad bitches lately, the earth was gonna be filled with normal hoes in a minute. Too bad you'll never get a chance to make that shit happen. One thing I don't do is play with bitches, that's not on my playing field. Do you think for 1 minute that you moved me, just because you had this little information? What yo ass mean, nigga? Still got it, and if something happens to me, my people know what to do. She smiled, and Jules stepped a little closer. Nah, see, the reason your dumb ass can't get in touch with them is because my nephew here took care of them, and my son here removed all of the videos, including the one from your computer and phone. I play chess, not checkers, baby girl. When you step in the ring with a family of mine, you gotta think outside of the box and ask yourself, what would Jules Cassim do in a situation like this? I've gone a long time in this game trying to do right by my family and the people in our lives. A bitch like you could never takes us down. He nodded his head, and before you could blink, good, Carrie, her crew, and Ya had taken down every last guard she had standing with her. Blood was every fucking where. And then there is Cruella. Girl, where all your people at now? It ain't no damn fun when these niggas got the gun. MMMM, let me just feel you in them lil tall, ungodly looking chicks. They can kill you with the snap of a finger. The head of the crew is Jules's daughter. Don't step back because you might not ever take another step. And these other niggas. Well, you know you tried to go up against them and lost, Lord. Gabe was on it tonight, and her ass looked scared as fuck because one of Lynx's lil helpers brought him a damn chair, and I know this shit was about to be a show. Nigga, what yo ass doing? You bout to watch television with the bitch or something? Ain't nobody got time for that shit. We kill niggas and get the hell on, cause what if they got other family that's coming over to visit and see you? And here killing they family? You know how the Mexican and Spanish people do, they be having 30 people in one damn car. Just hurry up and kill this host so I can go catch that lil restaurant down the street from the house. I need me some damn fajitas. Gabe mentioning fajitas made my damn stomach growl. I didn't even notice the damn restaurant, but I wasn't above going when we left here. I knew it was going to come to this. Come on, Nat, tell me who put you up to this shit? Look at you, they left you out here to defend yourself. You got all those people killed because you're a money-hungry hoe. Y'all killed your pop just because you wanted his policy. It's a lot of shit that comes with greed. I want you to meet somebody. Lynx waved Carrie over, and the sinister smile on her face as she took her place next to Lynx even had my ass squeaked, and I didn't scare easily. This is my cousin Carrie. Carrie has this lil juice that I'm so fascinated with. It paralyzes you, but allows you to feel every inch of pain that I'm going to inflict on you. Lynx informed her. Fuck you, Lynx. You think this is it? You think the shit stops with me? They're going to kill all of you. She screamed. spit spewing from her matted red lips as she tried to lunge at my brother. Before she could yell her next pointless-ass threat, Nori took his knife, slit it inside of her, and snatched it out. Then, Carrie stuck her needle in Natalie's neck, and that shit must work quick because her ass couldn't move. She almost looked like she was having a silent damn stroke the way her neck was just leaning to the left while she blinked her long ass lashes repeatedly. Nat was just staring and crying. Lynx took his knife and ran it all over her face, and that shit was crazy as she screamed out in agony. That's a nice white suit. If the torture squad hadn't got all your blood on it, it would have been a good fit to go meet the lot in. You know, I did see one in Macy's that I probably could get during Friends and Family. I think it's coming up, so you might be in luck. Gabe snapped his fingers. Aw damn, I forgot I'm setting this bitch on fire. You won't need a homegoing outfit. Gabe was a hot mess, but I was eager to see him use that damn gun. We all stood around watching Natalie scream and cry for the next few minutes, and I had to admit, the bitch was a tough cookie. Most folk would have passed out a long time ago. Lynx allowed her to feel that excruciating pain for about 30 minutes, and then he stood from his seat, pulling his gun out and emptying his clip in her ass. Let's get out of here, he suggested. A ringing phone had everyone started checking theirs, but it looked as if it was coming from Natalie's body. Lynx bent down, pulled it out of her pocket, and his face instantly scrunched up. You good? Me and Nori both asked at the same time. He passed the phone to Nori, and I leaned it to look at what he was talking about. What the fuck is that about? I looked at him in confusion. Let's get out of here. He started heading for the stairs. Lynx, what about the little girl? I know she isn't yours, but we can't just leave her here. Gabe, you can't burn the place down with her in it, Carrie said puzzledly. The staff here is going to take her to family. Ju, I need you to get all the information off her phone and see what you come up with. Like I said before, she didn't come up with this shit alone. That last number that just called her, see what the connection is with the both of them. On it. Ju took the phone and headed out the door, and we followed behind him. I appreciate y'all for coming and helping me with this shit. She had a crew, so that shit would have been hard to execute by myself. I'm still not comfortable, it's something about all of this shit is still off. It took a little longer to get what we needed done, and Natalie tried to be hard, but this shit isn't her. She came at us as if she was acting alone, and her pops tried to back her up, but look at his ass. As soon as he signed everything over to her, she killed his ass. Why though? Why would she go through all this with nobody here to back her shit up? That's some crazy ass shit. Like, she's dead and all the other people she involved is dead. All because they wanted control of the cartel. I was confused as fuck, but it's time to get to the bottom of this shit. We made it back to the villa that Jules rented for us, and everyone went to freshen up. And just like that, we were back to ourselves like we hadn't just cleared a cartel. With how fast shit moved in our world, we almost had to run in order to keep up. I wouldn't have it any other way though. I'm hungry, I'm about to order some food. Do y'all want something? Gabe asked, walking into the family room with some menus. Yeah, just order some fajitas, tacos, and quesadillas with all the fixings. I would just get enough for everyone, I told him. Count me out. I'm about to go change and see what the nightlife hitting for. Y'all asses talking about going to bed and shit. Not, I'm a party before we get out of here in the morning. Mel was the wildest of the bunch, but we were all close. He was the opposite of his Nori in so many ways. Like now, Nori had his eyes on the TV smoking a blunt and was more than likely going to take his ass to bed after he ate. I'm not sure what the nigga was watching because the shit was in full Spanish with no damn subtitles. Last I checked, the only language that nigga spoke was nigga. You better be damn careful out here. We're not with you, but if some shit seems off, call if you need us. I dapped him, and he headed upstairs to change his clothes. Oh shit. Lynx, I need to talk to you for a minute, Juju said, getting everyone's attention. Son, is everything alright? Jules asked him. Yes, and no. I need to talk this through with Lynx. He turned his attention to my brother as they both engaged in deep conversation. My phone beeped, and I got a text message from Bria. Bree, hope you're alright. Haven't heard from you since you left, and wanted to make sure that you were okay. Fuck K. Lynx roared as he walked out on the patio, and I jumped to my feet to go see what was going on. What's up? Nori and I both walked out to see what was up. Ju came walking out onto the patio with his laptop in hand, and I looked from him to Lynx. Is somebody gone tell us what the fuck is going on? I questioned, clearly irritated. Lynx was right, Natalie wasn't working alone. It seems that she was in a relationship with Kashara Jones, and they both were seeing Romilo Carter. Natalie wanted a child, but she was unable to conceive, so Kashara chose to have the baby, and the father of that child is Romilo Carter. The fuck are you saying? My fucking brother? My brother, nigga? That's the fucking rat. Nori pulled his gun from his waist with tears in his eyes because this was some hard shit for us to hear. So, let me get this shit straight. Mel is the nigga that was recording us and leaking all of this shit to them. I was ready to kill this nigga straight the fuck up. Out of all the shit that we've done for this nigga, he bites the motherfucking hand that feeds him like this. That's our motherfucking blood. We trusted this nigga to do right by us. That's my aunt's son. That's your motherfucking brother. He pointed at Nori, and my boy was just stone-faced. I knew this shit was taking him out. He's about to leave. I think we need to follow him to see where he leads us. Told them. Agreed. Ju, you need to take this ride with us. The rest of the family can stay behind. We got you protected. Nori, you know how I feel about a disloyal motherfucker. This shit for us is a little different because you my brother, through and through, and I know you didn't have shit to do with this. So, if that shit's in the back of your mind, erase it. When it comes to you and us, we know what it is. Believe that. Mel is your brother. I'ma let you make that call, but until then, let's keep this between us. I'm sorry, man. I didn't know anything about this. What the fuck? Do you know what this will do to my mom? Fuck, man, fuck. This nigga was about to send me and the rest of y'all away for life. He had no fucking regard for us. Fuck, he had none for me as his fucking brother. Nori roared, lifting the table and sending it over the patio. Just as he did that, Gabe was walking by. He looked out at us and swung the door open. What the hell wrong with his ass? Well, there goes your incidental feet, Jew. This big muscle-head ass nigga out there throwing furniture. They gone. Stop renting to you drug dealers, that's why I on rent to they ass. I do a motherfucking drug dealer and thug screening on my Airbnb properties. Fuck that. Go sell drugs and kill niggas in your own shit, Gabe spat as he slammed the door. I shook my head because Lynx really needed to get his father-in-law some damn help. He's leaving. Juju pointed out, and we saw him talking to Carrie. She gave him a hug, and he left out of the door. No worries, I just had Carrie grab a tag out of my bag and put it on his clothes. That's the reason she hugged him. Let's go. He headed for the door, and Jules nodded at Lynx, so I assumed he knew what the deal was from his calm demeanor. Nori followed the route that was on the map. The only thing we had to do was wait for him to get to where he was going. The ride was quiet because we all knew that we would eventually have to kill our own family. See what the fuck I mean? Right when you think shit's sweet, you get hit with a right hook that shows your ass it's really sour. Mel, that man was our fucking family. I had so much respect for him, his mama, and his brother. They were all we fucking had growing up. A nigga would have done anything for Mel's ass. It was nothing in my mind to make me feel like he would do some shit like this to us. Now everything was making sense. This was the missing fucking piece. The reason why the IP addresses were connecting to us was because his ass was always with us. This shit really had folks looking at my ass. Although Lynx knew better. Still. Fucking Mel? Mel? Nah, this shit right here, cut too fucking deep. Damn, it's a security gate. Nori shook his head. Oh, give me a second. I was texting my wife good night. He chuckled. A few seconds later, the gate opened, and we headed to the location where he had stopped. The alarms and cameras are all shut down. We have an hour to do whatever it is we are doing. We all got out of the car and walked down to the house. We decided to go through the back of the house because we didn't know what to expect if we went through the front. It didn't take Nori no time to get us in, and the door led us into the kitchen area of the house. It was a pretty big house, so we had to maneuver through it, but we heard talking coming from one of the rooms with the light on. They killed her. That was your fucking daughter. You said you would protect them both, and your bitch ass failed. I can't even find Kashara, and I don't even know what's up with my daughter. When I gave y'all the fucking videos, you should have just sent that shit to the feds. I would have automatically gotten his operation. These niggas were definitely going to get the chair or spend the rest of their lives in jail. But no, yo bitch ass wanted to see my pussy ass cousin crawling on his knees. You're lucky I got a little collateral back home just in case we need it, but I want my motherfucking money and I want that shit now. If they ever find out it's me, they're going to kill me. Mel spoke loud and clear. So, you just sat there and watched them torture our daughter? Some woman questioned. Bitch, did you come and help out when I called y'all to tell you we were going onto the compound? Stupid hoe, it should have been your ass instead of Nat. Mel spat. Enough. You had one fucking job. You don't get shit until I got Lynx Carter's head on the chopping block. That voice was all too familiar, and now we know why he was calling Natalie. I guess we'll have to see whose head will make it there first, bitch. Lynx said, easing into the room with both of his guns pointed at them. They all reached for their guns, but it was too late, we had the drop on them. Mel dropped his head, and Nori gave that nigga no time to explain. He started beating his fucking ass and I didn't blame him. I was ready to let off in his pussy ass. It's the fact that this nigga just said fuck us and everything we stand for. Yeah, if Nori can't do it, best believe I'ma make this pussy motherfucker eat these bullets. I didn't think you were smart enough to figure out it was me. I underestimated you, so what do we do now, because I can still get that video to the authorities. He shrugged. You killed my daughter, you stupid fuck. Lynx held his gun out and let off multiple shots into Natalie's mom, with his attention still trained on Hector. I knew something was up with you, and it's that motherfucking greed. You should have taken your retirement money he left you and retired, nigga. Then too. Find out your nothing ass been fucking this money hungry hoe for years, and that is your daughter. Alonzo was a damn fool, because ain't no way he didn't know. Your ass would have been dead. Why come for me and mine? You getting this nigga to help you was genius. I gotta give you credit for that. What I don't understand is why the fuck are you bothered with the Kasim family? I guess one can figure out why you decided to try me, but why them? Lynx asked him. Jules Kasim is a bitch-made nigga. He's trash, and my beef with him is from years ago when he killed my brothers the night they kidnapped his daughter. I couldn't figure it out for years, but I vowed never to stop until I found the person who killed them. He was untouchable and very hard to get to, so I had to wait him out. For years, I waited for my time to get our revenge. When I found out that you were connected to them and were a part of his organization, that sealed the deal for me. He smiled, but that shit was cut short when a bullet pierced his chest. We all turned to look in the direction that the shot came from, and it was Juju's ass. R. Hector cried out in pain from the shot as he dropped to his knees. Let me find out this nigga got the sauce. I blurted. That's for my fucking dad. He turned his phone around, and Jules was on FaceTime. This fucking family was solid as fuck. Damn. Lynx decided to cut this short, and I was surprised because he's into making a nigga suffer. Nori pulled his machete, handed it to Lynx, and this nigga went straight into that nigga Hector's throat, killing him instantly. Y'all gotta let me explain. I was in need of the money, and I just couldn't pass up his offer. You niggas always left me out and acted as if I was just some second-hand worker. You didn't treat this nigga that way. You always treated him better than me. Y'all was always sending for him to go on trips and making sure his pockets were always laced. Putting him in a position to make millions. I tried to stay loyal to you niggas, but y'all made that shit hard. But you not gon' kill me, cause I got a lil package you gon' want back, my nigga. It was just something in me that felt like shit could go wrong. Now you gon' get me the money I need, let me walk up out of here, and you'll get your kid back. He smirked, and Lynx lost his mind. You touched my fucking son, nigga. My fucking son, nigga, he beat that nigga bloody, but he didn't kill him. I have never in my life seen my brother like this. I was ready to kill this nigga. He touched my nephew, and he knows that's off limits. Lynx was immediately on his phone, I'm assuming he was calling Malaya. Hello. Her voice came through the speaker. Leia, where is Brayden? He asked her. He's with Aunt Nay. She's been asking for him, so I took him over there this morning. Why? She questioned. I call you back. He ended the call and dialed another number. Hey, baby. Aunt Nay's voice came through the speaker. It was late, so I'm sure she was asleep. Ma, where is Bray? He asked her. He's in the room asleep. Tiana put him in the bed for me before she left. She said, and that had us all puzzled. Tiana. Lynx yelled. Why was she there? He asked her. She said she was stopping by to check on me. When she saw that Brayden was here, she got pizza. I had a headache and needed to lay down, so she fed him and then put him to bed, she explained. What's wrong? She asked. Ma, go check on Brayden. Go now, Ma. He yelled, and I'm sure that scared her. I'm going now. You could hear her moving around the room. Oh my god. He's not here. What is going on? Oh my god. Where is he, Lynx? Lynx hung up the phone without responding. Then Nori did what the fuck he had to do, and that was empty the motherfucking clip. What the fuck, man? Why these niggas want to fuck with me? We gotta get back to the States, but we may not make it in time. Lynx was on go, but he was right. We were not sure what the fuck was up with Tiana. Why would she even let Mel get her involved with this shit? Nori said, not believing that it was Tiana. She was Lynx's assistant, who did everything from booking trips to making deals on our cars and houses. Damn, you can't trust no fucking body these days. Chapter 16 Lynx was ready to tear this jet up. We couldn't get there fast enough, and I needed to be on the ground in New York right fucking now. Thank God I had a team guarding my wife, and they're on their way to Tiana's place. If this bitch does anything to my son, the amount of fury I'm going to bring down on her is indescribable. We were all on edge and running off adrenaline at this point. I was trying to hold it together, but I felt like I was hanging off a cliff by a rope. I tried weighing the whole structure of events. I thought I'd done the right thing by putting my family closest to me to make some money, but to see that Mel would even fucking play like this? With my son? My child? The one thing in the world I would kill God himself about? What the fuck? My cousin and my fucking assistant. Two people that knew every fucking thing down to what time I took a shit. I felt so fucking weak. So, defeated. My heart was hammering, and my breathing ragged. I had to have my child. I swear on life I couldn't live without him. How long are they saying before we get on the ground? Gabe asked while his leg jumped up and down. Another hour, Malik advised him. Shit. That pilot needs to speed this shit up. Every second that crazy bitch has my grandson is a second too long. He spat. My phone started ringing, and it was Malaya calling me on FaceTime. Hey, baby. I rubbed my hands over my face. Lynx, do you know anything? I need my son. How could you let this happen? I need my baby. Please get my baby. She cried as Gia came to the phone. I got her. Y'all just bring my grandson home. She hung up, and I lost my mind. I've never hurt or cried over anything other than my mother dying, but this shit broke me. He's an innocent child, and to think you can come in and harm him is some bitch made shit. And bitch or not, that bitch gon' have to see me. Which is why I told them if they found her, I wanted her untouched. It was the longest hour, but we
What
were
the hell
finally
is
on
she
the
doing?
ground. Carrie and Ya's plane had just landed as well, but I couldn't wait for them. We had to go. Mr. Carter, she wasn't at the address that we checked, nor was she at her mother's house, Tony said to me as we headed to my truck. Lynx. We got her. Gabe yelled out as they jumped into the trucks and sped off. We sped out behind them, and I prayed my boy was all right. 30 minutes later, we were pulling up to this warehouse. What the hell is going on? Who the hell lives here? This house is crazy as fuck, Malik stated. When he looked over at Nori, he was just out of it. I know his mind was on his brother, but fuck that nigga. The way he did us, he's lucky we didn't do him dirty. We pulled to the back of the grounds and got out. What's up? I asked when we all got out of the cars. We look out for our own. That's you and Malaya's son and Gabe's grandson. He never wants to see his daughter in that kind of pain, and he loves his grandson. She wasn't hard to find. Mel rented a new apartment, and we found her there, Jules said to me, and we walked inside the building that was in the back of the house. I was taken aback seeing all of the women from the family inside and my wife fucking Tiana up. You took my baby bitch all because your hoe ass was jealous. You wanted my fucking husband. You hoes always want something you can't have. Whap. Whap. Malaya was just on the phone crying, and now her ass was in full-on beat a bitch mode. I was starting to get whiplash from how fast all this shit was happening, but my heart was relieved as fuck. Yes, honey. Tear dat ass up. GBC, baby. We out ya. Pour a lil of that ponent stuff on her, Toya. Miss Lai instructed while she and Aunt CYNT sat in some chairs, smoking blunts, and egging shit on. This was a whole fucking show. What the fuck? I have never in my life seen no shit like this. All the guys just stood around and watched, so I decided to sit this one out and let my wife have the show. Please see. I didn't know why he wanted me to take him. I'm sorry. LYNNNXXX, please help me. I love you. I swear I didn't mean for this to go so far. You didn't want me, but I thought that one day you would change your mind. When you married her, I knew there was no chance for me, so I got with Mel. Didn't he know that he was dealing with Natalie and Kashara? I didn't even know about his daughter until recently. Please see help me. One wasn't going to hurt him. He just asked me to get him and take him to my house. She cried, and Gia let off a shot into her arms and her legs. She hit the ground screaming in pain. Two people in hazmat suits walked in with a container, and all the guys stepped the fuck back, but I stepped closer because this definitely piqued my interest. I didn't notice it before, but all of the damn ladies had on t-shirts that read "Baby snatchin' bitches get put in ditches." One had to chuckle because what the hell was going on? I pulled up a seat and sat down with the ladies. Can we go to the zoo now? Sierra asked, and I swear I wouldn't have ever thought that sweet lady was gangsta like that. I've never seen any of them in this light. When they say they ride for each other, that's what it is. When the guys opened the box, snakes started crawling out of the box. The guys lifted Tiana up and placed her inside as she cried out for God, her mom, and for me to help her. But I felt nothing. At one point, I had love for her as a friend. She tried to come for me once, but it put an end to that shit quickly. She worked with me too closely, and I only wanted a business relationship. Seeing the snakes bite her on every part of her body was some shit I thought I'd never witnessed before, and I wanted to add that shit to my lineup. This shit gave a whole new meaning to the phrase, snake a nigga. I like you, nephew. You didn't even flinch. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. A real boss. Them niggas over there scared. Look at they ass by the door. Miss Lai laughed, and she was right. I turned, and Gabe's ass was sitting on the table Indian style, and the rest of them were towards the back. A boss and a fine one at that. Nephew, you alright with me? Anytime you need to put us on your payroll, you just give us a call. We're up there in age, and they try to make us stay back, but as you can see, we still got it. Ain't that right, Lie? Miss CYNT smiled, while she smoked her blunt. Once they got her in the box with the snakes, they closed the lid and carried her out. She'll be dead by the time they get her to the zoo. Before Malaya could make it outside, I pulled her to the side. Where is Bray? For the sake of our son, you need to come out of this shit. Look at everything that's happened in the last fucking month, Lynx. I asked you a question, where is my son? I gritted. I was trying to be patient with her, but that shit was hard to do. He's in the house. I know we have a lot to work through, and I'ma do that shit because my family is worth the fight. But you need to kill this fucking attitude. I love you. You know why I made the moves I did. Stop acting like that. When this is over, I'm going back to Puerto Rico, and I want you and my son to come back with me. I know you're mad, but be mad at me in our home. She rolled her eyes at me and walked off. One walked out to join the rest of the crew. Tiana was now in a cage, and it was hanging over the water. Grandson, we had enough fun. Come on and hit the damn button so I can go to bed, she said to me. Walking over to the machine, I guided the cage into the water. Tiana wasn't moving, so it's possible that she was already dead. Once the cage was underwater, we walked back to the main house. I wanted to get my son and head over to my in-laws' house. I needed some much-needed rest. I think we all did. Today's events were enough to last us all a lifetime. I didn't realize I had so many snakes in my camp, but I'm so glad we cleared that shit up. Now it was time to focus on my family and get the love of my life back home in my arms. It's going to be a task because she's stubborn as hell, but I'm going to get her back. Once we made it to the house, I spent some time with Brayden. I needed that time with my son, because I was still in my feelings about what happened to him. My Aunt Nay has been calling nonstop, apologizing. If something had happened to my son, I honestly don't know how I would have reacted. Having my kid changed me in so many ways. I believe it made me a better man. I've never loved a human being as much as I love my kid. It's a different kind of love, for sure. I feel the same way about my wife. When I feel like my life is being altered or my family is under attack, my mindset changes. After making sure he was sound asleep, I eased out of his bed and left the room. Leia was still up watching television, trying to act like she didn't notice me standing here. Her and this damn attitude was pissing me off. Leaning against the door, I just stood and watched her for a minute. We've been through all this shit today, and her ass still wanted to be mad. Some women can do the most and my damn wife is one of them. So, are you just gonna ignore me and act as if I'm not standing here? I see you, but I'm not sure why you're standing there. Like, why are you even here? My son was kidnapped because of your bullshit. All because you can't keep your enemies in check. On top of all that, your family member is the one that did the shit. So, I see you, but I don't have shit to say to you. He could have been killed, Lynx. She spat. The disrespect coming from this woman has me on fire. Malaya and I have never argued like this, and we damn sure haven't been at odds like this since being married. I was in her face, pulling her ass from the bed within seconds. Before you open your fucking mouth and talk to me like that again, let's get some shit straight. Don't ever disrespect me. Ever. I feel like I've been telling you ass that way too much lately. I be trying my hardest not to go off on yo ass, but you keep on pushing it. Yes, it was my disloyal ass cousin that did the shit. Hell, he's the one that started it all, but that was some shit that wasn't in my control. I didn't know the dude hated me that bad. He wanted my spot, and it takes a lot to get in my spot. These niggas out here let greed get the best of them. Lay off, I have never disrespected you. Please stop doing that shit with me. I don't have to repeat why I made my decisions because you know why. One will come for anybody that threatens my livelihood. I married you because I wanted that shit with you, lil mama. You came up with this insane ass conclusion that I didn't care about your feelings. The fuck is wrong with you? All the love I have in me from the depths of my soul is for you. My first thought of the day is of you and my son. No other woman can ever give me what you have given me. The time I spent away from you, I was still true to you. I wish I would let that dirty bitch get on my dick. I slept in a separate bedroom. At the end of the day, I did all of this, not just for me and my family, but for you and yours. And this is how you treat me? You got that shit, baby girl. I'm going back to Puerto Rico. When you really want to talk, I guess you'll come home. Moving to the door quickly, I accidentally knocked her purse onto the floor. Some of her things fell out, and something caught my eye. Bending down to pick it up, I couldn't believe what the fuck I was holding. Are these yours? I asked, confused as fuck. I was ready to explode on her ass. Is this girl fucking serious? By the look in her eyes, I knew the answer to that shit, but I still wanted to hear her say it. Answer me, damn it. I roared, and she jumped with tears in her eyes. Yes. They're mine. The fuck? I thought we talked about this. You said you wanted to have another baby? And even if you didn't want another kid right now, why fucking lie about it and go behind my back to take birth control? I was pissed. I just felt like having a baby wasn't the time for us. You were already not spending enough time at home. Yes, we have a nanny to help out, but I needed you active, she tried to explain. You fucking lied to me. One thing I hate the most is a liar. I would have respected you just being honest. I turned to walk off, and she tried to stop me. Don't fucking touch me. I left the room, because I knew if I stayed, things would only get worse. Lying to me is like stabbing a nigga in the back. Now I'm not sure if I can trust you.
Y'all, hold
I'm
on a
exhausted
minute.
as hell, but going back to Puerto Rico is the best thing to do. Chapter 17 Malaya. A few days have passed, and I'm still
Hold on.
trying to wrap my mind around all that's happened. Getting the call from Lynx about Braden and then later finding out that someone had taken my son damn near suffocated me. I was such a complete mess I didn't know what to do. Lynx and Uray not in a good place. Our son being taken only made matters worse. Not to mention him finding out about me taking birth control. I'll never say that I don't love my husband, because I do. I also know how much he loves me. In my eyes, I just don't think he's adjusted to being married and having a family. He says he wants this life with us, but he doesn't demonstrate that all the time. I've toggled back and forth about the divorce I filed a month ago. I haven't heard anything from Zaya about the progress of the divorce filing. I've called her several times, but have yet to hear back from her.
Hold on.
Picking up my phone, I dialed her number. Hey, babe. How are you? Her perky voice came blaring through the speaker. I'm doing all right. I haven't heard from you in a while and just wanted to see if you had any updates. I sighed. I haven't heard anything. They're still saying the courts are working on cases from mid-July still. I'm sorry, babe. Leah, are you really sure you want to do this? Prior to the bullshit, you were so happy and in love. I mean, I know there were minor issues, but nothing to make you run down to divorce court over. It's hard as fuck out here living the single life, trying to find the right damn man. I've come to terms with the fact that I'm going to grow old and alone, but you have a man that loves you. Put some demands on his ass and sit your married ass down. He's faithful to you, and he treats you amazingly. I know you love him, stop acting like that. Keep on, and some lil Hogan be in your bed, calling your home her home, calling your man her man, and Bray calling her stepmommy. I hit the FaceTime button because now her ass was tripping. She picked up laughing. Bitch. Don't push it. I laughed with her. Zaya was such a beautiful girl. She had it all. A vibrant career, she's rich, beautiful, and OMG her body was something I wish I had. She was a thick woman. Some would consider her BBW, but when I tell you baby girl was fire, believe me when I say she's fire. I loved my friend to death. Her and Bree were my riders for sure. Zaya and I met in law school, instantly hit it off, and we've been rocking ever since. Stop with all of that growing old and alone shit too. You're beautiful, finny as hell. Cause these niggas is always trying to get your ass. Trust me, somebody's son would be blessed to have you. As for me and mine, I on no. Sometimes I want to mop the floor with his fine gun-toting ass, and others, I wanna ride the dick till the sun comes up. He just doesn't have his priorities in order enough for me. He's responsible, loves me and Bray, and takes care of me mentally and sexually when he's there. That's the biggest part of what I mean by priorities, I told her. Leah, baby, that's not a normal man you're talking about. You knew being married to a man like him wasn't going to be easy. You knew what kind of profession he was in before you agreed to stay married to him. Your marriage was very unique, but even in its uniqueness, you two were made for each other. I'm a divorce attorney, and I've assisted in so many families breaking up that it's hard as fuck watching and going through it sometimes. My parents, and yours, have had long-lasting marriages, and don't think for one second there wasn't trials in it. It's hard work, but they stayed true to their vows. I think you really need to talk to Lynx, spend some quality time together, and try to work this out. He's worth it, boo thing. Aren't you guys going on vacation soon for your birthday? I heard what she was saying, and I would definitely think about it. We are, but he isn't going. I haven't mentioned it again to him at all. He's mad at me, so he hasn't called me in a couple of days. I just want a break from it all, I need it without all of the stresses of life. So, I'm going with my parents. And the rest of the family. You should come with us, Zaza. It will be fun, and it's for my birthday, I urged, hoping she would come. Girl, I have too many cases to get done and an upcoming hearing I need to prepare for. You can prepare on vacation on your downtime. I have a case coming up myself, and I can bet you my ass is going to be on those beaches in Belize soaking in the sun and drinking as many tequila sunrises as I can. You never know, your husband could be on that damn island. Besides all that, you get to spend a week with my dad, and we know how much you love him. I rolled my eyes, and she burst out laughing. Don't do that. Don't be a hater all your life. That man's is so damn funny and adorable. I told Ma Gia she's so lucky. She smiled. Ew, I don't know why y'all think my dad is so cute. Anywho, you should come, even if it's just for a few days. I tried to get Bria to come, but she's emotionally not there right now. I gave a half smile. Yeah, I talked to her last night briefly. Am praying for both of them. But look, I have to go. When are you guys leaving? She asked, and that gave me hope that she would join us. Zaya is a bag of fun, baby, and always the life of the party. That's why her and my daddy got along so good. We leave on Friday. I smiled because I knew her ass was about to start cursing. Bitch. That's in 2 damn days. Send me all of the information, and I'll let you know tonight. Do I need to get my own place or is it room in the house for me? She questioned. Plenty of room. We spoke for a few more minutes with promises of speaking later tonight. I went downstairs, and my mom was cooking dinner. Hey, Mom. Do you need some help? I asked, popping a fry in my mouth. No, it's almost done. I just had to make some onion rings and fries. MS. Nadine called to check on you and Brayden today. Leah, sit down so we can talk. One wanted to do everything but talk. The way the kitchen smelled had my stomach growling, and I would rather be stuffing my face than be listening to my mom preach about what was going on with my out-of-order ass life. Still, I sat my ass down and listened to what she had to say. My mom checked the food once more, wiped her eyelid, and then propped her hand on her hip. I knew then she was about to give me a mouthful. I'm a little disappointed in you. I know you love your child. Hell, I was just as angry about Bray being missing. Now stop treating his family like that. Those people love you and that little boy. We have had plenty of bullshit going on in this family that could last us a lifetime. You need to get out of your feelings and go talk to your husband. Your dad and I will
Gay.
keep
Oh
Brayden if you want to
Lord.
take a trip with just you and your husband. She smiled. Gia, why the hell you keep on volunteering our damn services? Thing 1 and thing 2 need to take they ass home. They done overstayed they welcome. They ass been squatting for too damn long. You know there are laws for squatting. If they stay too damn long, they can claim our shit. And she's a lawyer. She can take it right from under our nose. It's always that second child that do you wrong. I already know her lil chimpanzee ass gone put me in a nursing home. My dad went on and on. You got that right. I'ma take all your money and leave you old ass broke. I laughed, and that straightened him right on up. That's why I was on FaceTime with Lynx, and I saw some chick in the back making him eggs and bacon. I think she was wearing your robe too. They probably about to go on a date on his G6. You know what they say about a rich nigga with a G6 and a fine bit dash. Gabriel Thomas. Shut your ass up and go watch your grandson while he's outside playing. I wanted to throw this damn apple I was eating at the back of his head for playing with me about my damn husband. That's still a sensitive situation. One walked out to see what Bray was doing. My dad was lying on the couch, and Brayden came running into the house. I'm surprised he left the patio door open for him. His ass probably didn't want to get up and check on him. My parents had a little play area built for the kids right outside the patio door. They also gated the pool off, which was a good idea. Pop pop. Here my snake. Brayden clapped, handing his snake to my dad. He saw that damn rubber snake in the store and cried to have it, so I got it for him. Damn, They sure make these damn things look real as hell. The moment my dad said that shit, I saw the damn snake moving. Then he opened his mouth wide as shit, looking straight at my dad. Hell no. JAA, hell. He slung that damn snake so hard it bounced on the wall and back on his ass. One was breaking my ass trying to get my damn baby out of the way. My mom came running into the family room, and my dad climbed to the top of the bed with his fire gun in hand. Get the hell down and get that thing out of here. Oh, shit. That's a big ass snake. How the hell did it get in here? My mom asked, looking at my dad. The damn omen. That's how it got in here. And now that nigga wanna curl up and go the fuck to sleep. Gia gone, and get it out of here, cause if you don't, you gonna be less a family room, he explained. And yo ass gonna be sleeping in the guest bedroom for a month. Get that shit out of my house, Gabriel Thomas, before that shit bites my grandson. My mom fussed. That little critter from the grave was the one who brought it in here. I think his little ass should take him the fuck back. My motto is you go the same way the hell came. He fussed, pulling out his phone. Hello. Uncle Truth's voice came through the speaker. Truth, I need you to come over here. It's about 3 big black niggas and a big burly bitch in my house with guns. Hurry cause I don't want to get bit. Die. I stood in the doorway safely away from the snake, laughing at his big, overgrown ass trying to get Uncle Truth over here to get that snake out of the house. This man was nuts. My mom called Uncle Truth and told him what was in the house and not to come. It took my dad all day to get that damn snake out of the house. Yeah, it was definitely time for a vacation. A couple days later, we were at the airport and on our way to Belize. I didn't want to ask Lynx for the plane. A part of me wanted to do things the normal way. See, things like this is when my marriage hit the hardest. Private planes and just all-out VIP services. My husband had set the tone these last few years, but it wasn't enough to make me bend. I really wanted to do something different from our normal life, so I decided to take a commercial flight. I talked my dad and mom into traveling on Delta Airlines with me. They both put up a fight because they were so accustomed to flying private, but they did it for me. I decided to go to Belize and would travel to Bali before the year was over. We finally boarded our flight, and my dad started acting up immediately. He'd flown commercial before, and I don't remember these damn planes being this small. I feel like me and the damn next person gone be boxed in together like a damn 2-piece meal at damn KFC. And why the hell you didn't get us first class seats? I feel like your hateful ass is trying to be funny. I'ma tell you what's gonna be real funny, if we get to Belize and they cancel our Airbnb. How the hell are you able to ball out at Chanel, Louis, and YSL, but we in these tight ass seats? For what you spent on looks, yo. Ass could have booked a jet. You got yo damn priorities fucked all the way up. Big headed ass. Trying to do shit for the gram, but we on Seoul plane. He fussed, and I shook my head. When I booked our flights, Dad surprised me and said he was getting the house for everyone, and I was so damn excited. I didn't trust his ass, so he showed me the house online, and it was beautiful. Despite my dad complaining the entire time, boarding was complete, and it was almost time to go. I low-key was ready to get off this damn plane, and we had just gotten on. Know what the hell I saw, and that woman ain't real. I don't know what it is, but it ain't human. And I know a human when I see it, and her ass ain't it. Some lady yelled, and that caused us all to turn around. See that shit right here? Yeah, what the hell she talking about? Who ain't real? My dad started looking from me to mom and then around the plane. I want off. Y'all can stay on this damn plane, but I bet y'all asses won't get off. She yelled, trying to make her way up front. Who won't get off? Hell to the no. We all know when a black person says they done seen some shit, that means they done seen some shit. Her ass looks a little slow and crazy, but I'm with her on this one. Y'all asses seen Final Destination. Fuck that. Death can stay where the hell it's at. I'm not trying to go ring the doorbell to the pearly gates just to have my ass dropped back down to Lucifer's doorsteps instead.
Mm.
They already got this lil nigga, they don't need my ass. I'm too saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost. Hell to the no. If that crazy heifer right there said she ain't real, her ass ain't real. Give us our money back, and let me take my ass over to private side so I can get me a damn plane. Yeah, if you and your daughter coming, I suggest y'all get the hell up. I can't ride all the way to Belize knowing a woman with no head is back there plotting to take us the hell out. I dropped my head because this man was serious as hell and had people on the plane agreeing with him too. It was a line of them trying to get off the plane, and the crazy lady that started this shit was at the front. Delta hadn't closed the doors, so they let us off, and a couple hours later, we were on a private jet that my dad rented to get us over to Belize. We were delayed, but about 4 hours later, we were in Belize, and I was so excited. My dad and mom fussed the entire trip about how he showed his ass. He doesn't know, but I recorded the whole thing and plan to show the family as soon as they all get there. When we pulled up to the house, my mouth was on the floor. This place was beautiful. Dad, this doesn't look like the house you showed me online, I declared as we pulled up to the security gate. I changed it. I wanted to go all out for my baby girl's birthday. He smiled, and I was so excited I jumped up from the back seat and wrapped my arms around his neck. Thank you, Dad. The moment we pulled in front of the house, my damn smile turned to a frown, and I smacked the hell out of the back of my dad's head. Hit me again, and you gon' be walking around with a damn nub. Now get yo ass out of this car and act like you got some sense. Every time God blesses yo ungrateful ass, you always blocking them same blessings. Now this billionaire ass husband of yours is still fighting for your ungrateful ass. Get out the car right now, and take Satan with you. I started to argue with his ass, but my mom gave me the don't fuck with us look. When I got out of the car, Lynx and Nori were standing on the steps. I didn't expect to see him, but I guess it's time to talk to him. I had no more fight in me. It was my birthday trip, and I was on a beautiful island with the people he loved and adored. I was ready to slay and sip tropical drinks and see tropical views. Before I made it up the steps, a few more SUVs pulled up, and I got too excited when Zaya got out of the truck. Let's get this party started, boo. She gyrated her body, and I knew it was about to be a good time. My girl was in travel gear but still looking fabulous. The high-waisted floral leggings she wore had her hips looking amazing, and the matching off-the-shoulder top that was tied in a knot under her breasts showed how even though her body was plus size, she was pressure. Zayu removed her oversized frames and tossed her long bohemian knotless braids behind her back. When she noticed my parents, she ran over to them to greet them, and I walked up to my husband. Why didn't you tell me you were coming? I asked him. One was still pissed at him, but my man was so fine in his teal shorts, white tee, and Hermes slides. He was simple but still looked damn good. That was Lynx, though. He could make a Walmart shirt look amazing. Why didn't you invite me? He shrugged, pulling me into him. Whatever. I flagged him off. We have a lot of things to work through, and I'm willing to work through them and fight for my wife and marriage. As a man, that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm never leaving you. If you want shit to change, we both are going to have to make some changes in this relationship. I'm mad as fuck that you lied to me, because you don't ever have to lie to me. If it's something you don't want to do, then don't do it. We won't dig too deep right now, but by the time this vacation is over, everything that we need to talk about will be talked about. Oh yeah, this house is your house. Happy birthday, beautiful lady. He smiled, and he had my ass stuck on damn stupid. My house? You bought this for me. Oh, my fucking god. Lynx, thank you so much. I screamed, jumping up and down. I couldn't believe that he purchased this house for me. Yes, this is a beautiful house, and he loved the real-life statues they have in here as a part of the decor, honey. Grandma Lai said as she started touching all on Nori's body. Keep on. and I swear I'm telling Pop on yo old ass. That nigga is young, and in his prime, there ain't shit you can do for him, my dad told her, and we were all laughing. I don't give a damn what you tell him. I can look at this fine ass man if one want to. Lord, we always looking for a new president for the fine nigga committee. Boy, you should tell yo mama thank you every time you see her. Cause baby, you fine as hell. Grams went on and on. You ain't never lied. That's a tree any woman would love to climb. Zaya tried to whisper that shit, but we all heard her, and so did Nori. Your room or mine? He winked at her and walked into the bar area where the guys had started drinking. Wee-oh, did he just? Girl, you better go hop on that thing cause it looks like it was definitely thangin'. Grams fell out laughing. My god, that man is beautiful. Who the hell is that? CA questioned, and we were still in a fit of laughter. Cause, baby, Nori asked unruffled some feathers. We settled in and relaxed until it was time for dinner. I couldn't wait for Carrie and Lila to get here. This week is going to be so much fun. A few hours later, it was time for dinner, and to my surprise, Lynx had a dinner for two set up down at the beach. The rest of the family decided they wanted to go out for dinner and give us some time alone.
Sorry.
I had to be honest with myself. I really love my husband and can't see my life without him. I
That was a lot
apologized
of
to him for
noise.
being
Damn.
stubborn, but one had to stand my ground on talking to me about all decisions before he just makes them. That was something that we could have talked through. You never know, I may have had a better solution for all of us. This entire ordeal had me emotionally fucked up, because I thought I was losing my husband, and some bitch was threatening to turn over evidence she had on us. That's some crazy shit, and trust me, I understood what he was trying to do. Baby, I owe you an apology. I'm so sorry for the way I treated you and for not being honest about the birth control. Malaya, I love you and there is nothing more that I want in my life than to spend it with you. Just know when we have important discussions like that, I need the truth. I want you to have all my babies, but if that's not what you want, then we need to talk about it. Isn't there in amazement and couldn't believe my sight. There were candles and bouquets of red roses all around us, and the dinner table sat in the middle. It was breathtaking, and I loved the hell out of this man. I love you, and I'm sorry for almost divorcing you. I smiled, and we both burst out laughing. Girl, I was never letting that shit happen, especially with a father-in-law like mine. Your dad and Zaya were stalling you in hopes that you would change your mind. He laughed, and I was sitting here in shock. I'ma fuck Zaya ass up. That's messed up. What if I really wanted that divorce? I looked over at him. You didn't. He smiled, and we sat and ate our dinner. The steak and lobster we had for dinner was damn good, and now I was stuffed. This moment felt so good and right. I missed the fuck out of you, and I'm not gonna even bullshit you. I need to make love, fuck, and bust yo ass down all night. It's been a minute, I need that shit now. He stood from his seat quick as hell, lifting me from my seat. I was laughing so damn hard that I felt dizzy. It took us no time to make it back to the house and into our bedroom. Say It by Usher came through the speakers. His tongue grazed my lips, and I pulled his bottom lip into my mouth and sucked the hell out of it. I was hungry as hell for this man. His fingers moved between my thighs as he started rubbing my clit. That shit had me trembling. Spreading my legs apart, he slid his dick back and forth, and all I could do was cry out the moment he eased inside of me. Oh my god! I cried out as my body began to shake. Let me have my way tonight. He growled into my ear. Oh shit, baby. I cried with every thrust. Fuck. This pussy's so fucking good. He gritted, thrusting deep into me, and there wasn't shit I could do about it. Fuck me, baby. I demanded. Come ride this dick, baby. He pulled out of me and sat on the bed. Then I eased down on him, bouncing and rocking my body back and forth on his shit. He gripped my ass cheeks, spreading them apart, and started pounding the shit out of my walls. Ah, shit. I'm coming. I love you. I screamed out, which fueled him to take this to another level. His strokes were so deep I could feel that shit in my chest.
On live, I call
He
you
roared,
back.
releasing into me so hard that shit shook me. You know I love you. There is nothing that I won't do for you. He kissed me on my lips and pulled me up for a shower. Chapter 18 Lynx 4 months later things have been hectic with my family since all that shit went down with Mel. We told my auntie that Mel got himself in a situation and was ultimately killed. There was no way that we could tell her that Nori killed him and did that shit with good reason. She had been keeping her distance and has not been herself ever since. I knew she was hurt. Any mother would be hurt to lose a child. I'm a father, and when I thought my son was gone, was ready to join him. However, her pain would heal. Mel was where he needed to be. He had to pay the price for his actions. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around the fact that Mel would even stoop so fucking low to do us like that. I know money makes you do some stupid ass shit, but damn, he could have come to me. I would have given him anything. My damn last, if I had to. I've always been that person to have all my family covered if they needed me, and to know that pussy nigga played with me like that makes me want to kill his ass all over again. I do feel bad for my aunt because she's heartbroken about the nigga. I can also tell that Nori is really fighting his demons over that shit. He loved the fuck out of his brother. They were so close, so new hearing him talk shit about setting us up and wanting us in jail fucked him up. That shit definitely did a number on me, but the moment I realized that his bitch ass tried to put us all under the jail, it was fuck that nigga, and I wanted his ass dead. Cousin or not, he had to die. I hope Nori can find some peace with all that's happened. Hey, babe. When do you leave for Cuba? Malaya asked, jolting me from my thoughts. Ever since our time in Belize, we have really been taking time with each other. I don't care what nobody says, fucking the love of your life on an island was some next level shit. I mean, we technically lived in the tropics, but Belize was magical. Shit got us where we needed to be. It took some time for me to realize that I really had to listen and understand how she was really feeling. I never want my family to think that I'm not there for them when they need me. I will admit that it was hard adjusting to having a wife at home when we first got married. Was used to coming and going as I pleased. All that being considerate of the hours I kept, spending time, and checking in wasn't really me, but knowing that those three things kept my wife happy had me having my ass at home at 8 p.m. sharp. She was tossing out the pussy like a frisbee too. In a few days. Is everything alright? Yeah, I forgot the dates. I need to make sure I'm home at a decent time with Bray, that's all. You know I have closing arguments starting next week, so I have to start prepping for it. She smiled, and all I could do was look at her. She's sitting here with a messy bun in her hair, with her glasses sitting on the bridge of her nose, and I found that shit so sexy. Do you need me to stay home and help with him? She looked over at me as if something was wrong. No, I'm alright. I talked to Aunt Nay yesterday and she might come down to visit next week. With her and Camille here, I think I'll be good. The doorbell sounded off, and I knew it was Malik. He had called me earlier saying he was on his way over. He and Bria are still going through it, but I'm hoping they can find a way through it. I know he's pissed with her, but if she's trying to talk to him, maybe he needs to hear her out. She called me several times about him still not speaking to her. If he does say something, it's regarding the house or her car, but nothing about the relationship. When I made it downstairs, he was already in the family room. Sup? I dapped him up. Nothing much, man. Just trying to take it day by day. He looked lost. I could understand how he was feeling because hell, I was in the same damn boat with my wife. Now things are good, and I'm happy as fuck that things are back to normal. Bro, I want to talk to you about something. He walked over to the bar to pour him a drink. What's up? I asked, taking a seat at the bar. Just looking at my brother, I couldn't help but smile internally. I remember when we were young, dusty ass kids just talking about the shit we have today. Malik grew up to be everything we envisioned. I loved my brother to death. Just thinking about how Mel had not only betrayed us but his brother too. had me feeling blessed that God gave me a solid ass other half. I think it's time I step down from the business. I have so much shit on my mind, and I need to get myself together. I've been doing this street shit for so long that I know it's time. I feel fucked up leaving you because I've been by your side from day one, but if I can't have my mind all in, I won't be in at all. That shit will cause more harm than good. He looked over at me, but I understood him completely. I would never hold him in something he didn't want to be in anymore. I love you, man. If this is what you want to do, then I'm not stopping you. You're a very wealthy man. Find something that makes you happy and go live life. It's crazy that you say that because I was thinking about stepping down for the last couple of months and passing this shit off to you and Nori. Shock covered Malik's face as he drew his head back. Are you serious? I mean, I definitely think it's time for you to sit back and enjoy the fruits of your labor, he revealed. Yeah, I have to get some things in place, but it's definitely time. I had been contemplating this for a while. After everything that transpired, how my wife was feeling, and the fact that somebody got next to my son changed everything for me. I got a beep on my burner line. I knew it was a text message from Nori. It was a picture of Tasha with a bullet in the center of her forehead. That was another thing that was fucking him up. I did pressure him on that because ultimately, that was a decision he had to make. I slid the phone over to Malik. Damn, he did that shit. He sighed. I think he's ready to take this organization on his back. He's proven himself time and time again, I announced. Yeah, he's definitely ready, he agreed, downing his drink. Love you, man. I got some shit to handle. Call me if you need me. He dapped me up and left out. When I walked back upstairs to talk to my wife, she was still in the same spot, looking beautiful as ever. I walked over and pulled her out of bed. Babe, I'm working. She whined. And I'm trying to slide these 10 inches of heaven in your guts and make your ass shake until you scream and cream. So, what's up? You wanna read that boring shit or do you wanna come sit on this big motherfucker? I placed gentle kisses on the side of her neck, then her lips. It's the dick for me. She wrapped her arms around me, sliding her tongue in my mouth, and I had her damn clothes off before she could blink. Sliding my fingers across her clit caused her to let a moan escape her lips. I need you. She cried out. I lifted her up, placed her on the bed, spread her legs apart, and placed kisses down to her wet pussy. I wasted no time sliding my tongue over her clit and sucking the life out of her shit. Eating pussy was a delicacy, and I loved that shit. My wife never stood a chance when my tongue was wrapped around that pussy. She was losing it, and I enjoyed watching her. If I didn't know shit else, I knew how to please my wife. This dick game was lethal. I could feel her body start to shake, and I knew she was about to bust. Let that shit go. Fuck. This pussy wet as fuck. You know I'ma tear this shit up, so don't start your shit. I growled. The moment she cried out, I replaced my tongue and gave her this dick, inch by fucking inch. This shit was so good, and as soon as her pussy muscle tightened around my dick, I tore her ass up. She was trying her best to hold on, but my baby couldn't even form words. Breathe. I growled in her ear as I spread her ass cheeks apart and gave her that work. Fuck me, baby. Oh God. I'm coming, baby. She screamed out, locking her pussy down on my dick, and that was it for me. We both started coming. Once we got ourselves together, I pulled her out of bed, and we headed into the bathroom to clean up. After your case, I think it's time to take that trip to Bali that you wanted to take. Can you take a month off? I smiled over at her. What? A month? I can do that, but I'm not so sure about you, and where is this coming from? She questioned, looking so damn sexy and confused. I can do whatever I want. After I turn the reins over to Nori and get him straight, I'm out. You are everything to me, baby. I never want you to feel like I'm not here to care for you and protect you. I want to be here for every part of my son's life. I pulled her in for a kiss. Oh my God. You know how much I love you. I can't believe you're doing this. You mean the world to me, and thank you for putting us first. But Lynx, I want you happy as well. Are you sure this is what you want to do? She asked. I've been thinking about it for a while, and my brother just helped me out a little more with my decision. I'm sure. It was time for us to step out of the way and retire. Nori got it from here. He's a younger me, and I know that nigga is going to be a force. My life is complete. I made it out the game alive, free, rich, and happily married. Babe, what do you think we're going to have this time, a girl or boy? I snapped my head in her direction so damn fast. What? You're pregnant? I asked, pulling her close. We have to go to the doctor's, but I took a pregnancy test while you were downstairs, and that's what it says. She laughed. This was life. My baby is giving me another baby. I couldn't ask for anything more than that. Life is good and I'm happy. Chapter 19. Malik arriving to my brother's house had me on edge. I knew we had been in this game a long time, and ever since we were young, all we talked about was being the biggest fucking drug lords the world had ever seen. We did that shit too. The thing with dreaming with a young mind is that you don't realize when your dreams become a reality that so much shit will follow with that success. I wasn't the same man. I'd evolved into a person that I barely knew, and while that was scary, it made me feel at peace. This game wasn't for me anymore, and I had to let my brother know that shit. After telling him how I felt, I was relieved he understood where I was coming from. I have been in the game a long ass time, and I'm tired. I wanted something different for my life. The shit that Mel did to us rocked the fuck out of me, and talking with Nori, it's taken a toll on him. I knew how much he loved that dirty nigga. Now that we know Natalie wasn't the mother of that little girl, but Mel was the dad, he was feeling bad about leaving her out there in the world alone. I get where he's coming from, but I'm sure her actual mom has family. Nori was contemplating taking the child in, being that she's his niece. While I'm sure in a perfect world, that would be the right thing to do, I didn't think it was the smartest. Nori lived just as wild and crazy as we did, but being a father to a child wasn't going to fit in his schedule. Hell, I don't even think Nori is in the mind frame for that shit. That whole thing with Mel, Nat, and old girl was twisted as fuck, but I guess Mel was fucking them both, and they asses was cool with it. Another thing that has been weighing down on me is my relationship. One found love, but that shit wasn't as easy as the movies made it. When I stumbled upon Bree, all the red flags were there because baby girl had been through some shit, but being that I was the leader of the red flag boys, I fell for baby girl, and healed her from her past. I became so fucking smitten with her that it was sickening. I'm 38 years old, it's time to settle down, and I'm hoping that shit can be with Bree. We have been at odds for months, but I refuse to give in to just part of her. For almost 4 years now, I've just had part of her. I knew she didn't mean for me to hear how she felt when she was venting to sis, but honestly, I knew that shit. When our baby died, Bree changed. She didn't look the same even though she was still fine as fuck. She didn't talk the same, walk the same, or fuck the same. Everything was so robotic with her to the point. Sometimes I wanted to ask her if she was reading from a script around a nigga. But, for love, I ignored all the new red flags. I deserve all of her. I deserve the same love I give out in return. I would move mountains for that woman. So, here I was, pulling back up at the home we shared, ready to do what the fuck ever I needed to do to get her back in the right headspace. If she wanted another baby, she could get that after we got some help, and she was rocking my last name. I was willing to do whatever because I felt like I was suffocating without her. My days were long, my nights were short, and my world was in disarray without my baby by my side. When I walked into our bedroom, shit looked different. The air in the space felt different. Things that normally sat on her dresser were gone. I saw something on the dresser and walked over to see that it was a letter in her ring. My heart began to beat erratically at what I felt this letter said. My mind fluttered with anxiety and frustration as I opened the letter to read it. Malik, I know when you read this letter, you're going to be angry and probably never want to speak to me again. I hope you understand why I had to do it this way. Truth is, I couldn't look at you. I didn't want to see the hurt in your eyes because I know you've tried to help me heal. I know you have tried to love me through my pain. You may not understand this or me at all. Losing her took a part of me with her, and I lost myself along the way. I'm so sorry for hurting you, that's something I never intended to do. One thought we would be living life married, with our daughter, and working on another baby, but life doesn't always work the way you want it to. I've prayed so much and talked to God about all of this, and the only thing I could take from our talks is to allow you to live and not have to live through my pain with me. I hope that one day we can come together and have a healthy conversation about this. I just don't think now is the time to do so. I have a lot of healing to do, just know that I will always love you. Bria, I can't believe this bitch. I roared. Tears blurred my vision as I swiped everything from the dresser, with bottles of cologne shattering the floor. She was a fucking coward. That's why the fuck she couldn't look me in my fucking face. Alarm and anger rippled along my spine. I was so fucking mad I couldn't control my emotions, so I proceeded to fucking this room up. I had half a mind to track her fucking phone and send that weak bitch to the same place Natalie, Mel, and all the other motherfuckers that wronged us were. I gave this woman everything I had in me, and this is how she treats me. On God, she better stay the fuck away from me. One picked up my phone to call my brother. When he answered, I went to our text thread and sent the pic of the letter for him to read. I couldn't read that shit again. It would have had me really pulling down on Bree, real talk. The tears wouldn't stop falling, and I didn't care at this point. It's been a long time since my brother heard me cry, but he was all one had in this moment. Seeing Bree pull this shit had me praying to God that I would never experience no heartbreak like this ever again. This shit hurt worse than getting fucking shot. On Jesus. Damn. I'm sorry, bro. I'm so fucking sorry. My brother sighed. One tried to be strong, but I couldn't help it. I just broke down. I cried for the hurt I was feeling, I cried for the daughter I lost, and I cried for the woman who I thought loved me, but, in the end, I had also lost. Lynx didn't say much. Before I knew it, he was walking through the door, wrapping his arms around me in a brotherly hug, and letting me get this shit out. It's going to always be us, and you know I got you till the motherfucking casket drop. I think we have to let Bree go find herself again. She's in a bad place, and even with all that you've tried to do for her, you still couldn't help her. We as men don't really know how she feels, because we didn't go through carrying the baby. I know you went through your loss, and you did that shit on your own. I was there for you, but it wasn't like having the woman you lost the baby with being there for you. Just know when it's time, the one that's meant for you will show up, and she's going to love you like no other woman could. I love you, bro, and you're going to be alright. If you want to come over so that Malaya can love on you, those are her words, by the way, come on over. I found out about this because Bria called Malaya. She wanted me to be with you. Lifting my head, I swiped my forearm across my swollen eyes and vowed to myself I would never cry over a bitch again. Man, on God, fuck her. After I let this go, I'm good. As a matter of fact, I'm back in the game. You said you wanted me and Nori to run shit? I'm all in. Fuck it.
Oh. I didn't know what was going on, y'all. I was like, what? That's it? But that's the end of this book. So we did complete part one. So I guess um hmm. But it just makes me wonder if Malik is gonna end up with one of the, but who in the hell could it be? Because that girl, she wanted Nori. Oh, and he's 39 with no kids. Damn. There ain't many men out there like that that can say, hey, damn near 40 with no kids. Wow. Well, that's the end of that, guys. We've been on here 3 freaking hours and I am beat. I'm going to take a shower and go to bed. Let me know your thoughts on this book. We're gonna go. We might start up chapter two, book two tomorrow. Didn't end right for me. I still feel like I feel empty. I feel as though even though this is a three-part book, I still feel like she left something out. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like she left something out. And we're gonna find out what it is in book two. So y'all come on back in, but don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your folks. Hey, tell them how we do it over here. We laugh, we kiki, ha ha, and we may cry a couple of times. But tell them come on over and check the page out. But I'm finna go. I'm tired. Deuces.